similar shit. We should have you on that.
Yep. We up in here. You know, it is another edition of the Round Table. I got a lot of good guests with me tonight. Hope you guys are ready. We got a good one for you. Got all of them. Mic.T, what up, Mike?
What's up with it?
Feeling good today or what?
Man, you know what I'm saying? I just got finished grinding it out, man. I'm always working, doing something.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Got a little caught up, but I'm glad I'm in the building.
Oh, man, thank you for coming, man.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for having me.
Let me get mine open then since you're doing that.
Salute, you know what I'm saying?
That one, salute.
And as we get started, you know, this is my first time doing any interviews since my good friend passed away, and I want to go ahead and say I'm going to blaze this starting blunt right here in the name of my man Mean Green. You know what I'm saying? The smoking section is definitely still lit for you, my nigga. Let's keep it rolling. What's
All
good?
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Cyph4, wait, what's going on, man?
What's happening, man?
What's going on?
You know what I do?
Ain't seen you in a minute, you know?
Right.
We all been like that lately, you know what I mean? Music stopped, everything stopped, right? I mean, you know, it's difficult times right now, but we're making the best.
You create the music, you know, but you gotta, then you put it out when it's all good.
And the lovely Keldamuzic, just so everyone knows.
Yes, what's up, y'all? It's Keldamuzic, a.k.a. Diva. You know what it is. I'm here representing and chilling with my homies, my new homies.
How you been?
Pretty good. Just been staying busy.
I see that. You've been working. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
That's good.
You know, did a photo shoot last week. I'm also an influencer now for a cannabis company called Nirvana Gold Rush.
Okay.
So for y'all, you know, y'all into cannabis, obviously.
Yes, ma'am.
Edibles too, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that on lock. Whenever you guys need that.
Okay.
I got a new single that I just released called Can't Keep Up, featuring my boy Highland Star. I'm working with Nipsey Hussle's DJ, DJ VIP. You know what I'm saying? So we're pushing that single really hard. And that's really my focus right now. And, you know, I got the podcast that I do every other Friday.
Let them know when.
Yes, every other Friday, live on my Facebook page.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good. And everybody, please go check her out. She did have a really nice photo shoot.
Hey. Yes.
So please, go check her out. But we up in here. Man, what you been up to, Mike? Are you making any beats or what? Are you recording anything or what?
Know,
I know you stay busy when it comes to that.
I mean, man, you know, when you had a studio in your house, sometimes you can, you know, dive in for like hours. Sometimes you can, you know, not touch it, you know. But I try to, I'm going to keep it real. I'm trying my best not to touch making beats. I'm looking for beats from other people, man. Like, I've been making beats and holding my career kind of like at a flow. Not necessarily pushing it past the brink of success, but you know. And my son, he's making good beats. Sinestro Enigma, who's a close, you know, counterpart, and also a member of my crew. That's who I've been depending on beats. But you know, I've been actually
trying to work with some other cats.
I've been scraping through some CDs and listening to cats. And I got some family like Mr. Brady out in. He's out in the Long Beach area right now, but he's from San Diego, and you know, I used to live in San Diego,
Shout
so
619,
I've been trying to connect and tie down with him so we can work some magic again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sounds good, man.
But I do have a new single that just dropped, featuring Sinestro Enigma. That's called "Hard to Kill Shit," or "Had to Kill Shit." Excuse me.
Okay.
It's just, you know, it's so hard for us not to kill shit, and y'all can check that out on all the streaming stations. You know, just search MIC.T, Michael Wall Street, all one word. And definitely tap in. And y'all follow my page on YouTube, and you can possibly win a PlayStation 5 the day it comes out. That's the word that's been given from higher up, a little bit above me.
Go check it.
So we're trying to lift it up. So we're running a contest, and we're trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the month. And if you can get you or your friends, anybody to join in and just come subscribe and just come check out the videos, the audio videos as well, so we can get y'all ready for this live concert footage that's going to be starting to pop up next month. And we got something big lined up for you, but you got to be on my page to see it.
Okay, well, I need to add you on Facebook.
Better add it. Better get it, right? Shit. Nah, that's good, man. So, I mean, Seems like everyone's doing good. Everyone's working. You know what I mean?
We working. I'm doing good.
you know. How you been dealing with it, Cyph? How you been dealing with these times right now, man?
I've been dealing with, I've been writing a lot.
What have you been doing to keep your mind right? Because everyone has their own method,
I've been just kind of exploring ways to just kind of manage my own brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing my own promo, doing my own animated kind of videos that display what I've got coming up with the album and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I wrote an album, writing an album right now. It's like 20 tracks. I got a lot of time to be introspective with it, so it's more of a theme kind of thing.
Yeah.
Called Bare Knuckles and Blue Notes. So I just been working on that. I had some setbacks, lost a couple tracks because iPhones just do that shit thing.
Yeah.
So but I'm just rewriting the songs and I'm not keeping it pushing. I made doing lots of graffiti shit, that type of shit.
So you know what? I'm gonna say something. I've lost hella raps, and I'm a freestyle artist, right? And it's good for me and it's bad for me, right? But you can ask anybody who worked with me closely. About 95% of the shit that I've ever, recorded has been off the top of the dome.
Damn.
Me running through it. Maybe I might punch in or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And when I write, it's really dear to me. Like those writings be a little different for me, right? And sometimes the writings I won't let people hear because there might be like my writings get personal. Freestyles be so raw that it's a lot of style and a lot of creativity you could do with it. But sometimes for subject matter reasons you want to stay focused, right? Exactly. And so those writings become powerful. But man, if you wrote it once, you can write something again.
Oh, well, that's the thing. To me, those things are like tests. You know what I'm saying? Like you made for this, and you keep pushing it. You get start to stop, doubt your progression, and maybe you're not. But for me, I'm a lifer.
I used to have to prove to cats a couple cats would get mad at me like, Mic.T, you coming in here to freestyle, like we want you to write because everyone's writing.
They want a writer's session.
And so I think I'll be honest with you, somebody in my crew was like acting like I couldn't write. Okay. And so I hurry up, wrote my 16 on the spot and busted clean. And it was like, okay. And like, look, I do that, but what I do is I try to vibe with the music. And sometimes the music can take me in a place.
It
and
could
I'm
write
like,
the song for you.
And I'm like, let me write this verse 15 times with this energy, and by the time I'm done filling this out, we're gonna have a bunch of ammunition to go and attack this song with, right?
Well, for me, cause I freestyle too, and I used to battle a bunch of shit. So when I freestyle, I'm not necessarily trying to do it in a studio kind of setting.
Right.
I'm trying to show people that I'm the best motherfucker in the room.
Yeah.
My own mind, And so with my music too, I like to play with double entendres and do the things where you notice a line, it's hella clever, too much.
Right.
And so when I'm in the studio, before I go to the studio, I have my verses memorized. So I can figure out delivery, things like that. I don't have to look at it on the phone, hold it like that. I'm
so you don't write it on the phone, or you do?
I write it on the phone.
Okay.
Well, no. Now I have 2 apps or 3 different apps that send back up my notes and all that. So writing on paper to me is it's something I started out doing, and if I'm in a quick though or something like that, I'll write on the paper. But
artists still do that too.
Yeah, because it's that's the kind
of. I know some of the younger cats that I work with, they write on their phone. And
all the younger cats do that.
They're pretty quick though. I ain't gonna lie.
They'll speak that shit on the cell phone.
And then he'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
When I write a rap writing, right, it goes faster than when I type it. But when I type it, it's spelled correctly.
Right.
When I write, because I do these things where I try to make sure that the entendres or the meanings are there, and I like to bend words a lot. So me doing that is a lot of trial and error with syllables. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's easier for me to go back to a copy paste or whatever. But a bunch of scribbles on my paper, and to me that just gets frustrating. But I mean, I do like it though. I do it with people that when I was a kid, I imagined making songs like that or whatever with them.
So when you freestyle, can you freestyle songs or are you just freestyling rhymes?
Oh, I can freestyle. It depends. I've done freestyle competitions where they give you topics and you gotta make stories.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, and I like doing that kind of stuff. But the thing is, I feel like there's room for filler when I'm trying to catch the thought sometimes, or if I'm trying to be like, especially when it's like a story, you know, you want to follow along and make it make sense, but you gotta like get your rhymes together. And I like to end rhymes and things like that. So it's more about the technical skill for being with the freestyle. Right? Yeah. But like, I mean, that's interesting that you did that. Like, because Jay-Z does similar things like that.
I was about to say, that's what Jay-Z does.
I mean, look, I hear,
yes.
you know, like, I've been doing this for a long time. You know, you can look me up, right? But I never went and sold records like Jay-Z or nothing like that, right? So when I hear people talk about how he does that, right, I know that that's what I do, right? But I also know that I'm not one of the only rappers who does it exactly like that, right? And so when I hear them big it up like he's the only one doing it, I think what they're really saying is he's had the greatest of success as the artist, and this is how he does it, more than they are saying that he's the only one that does it, because he's not. And you know, they're like, for instance, Supernatural did a whole album of nothing but freestyle, right? You know what I mean? So, you know, that's
true.
Right, yeah. I mean, that kind of, like, he's a freestyle.
Well, I'll say, like, most of the Griselda, most of their new Griselda shit, they're,
no, it's not freestyle.
Their shit's, a lot of their shit's freestyle, too.
Look,
a lot of their shit's freestyle.
Listen, some of the original Wu-Tang stuff was kind of freestylish. It was their written freestyles, but it was, so the energy in the room for some people
still came from the dome.
A good engineer will mix something out of that for you and bring it out, right?
It's very, very like a rapper that can kind of like have all these aspects to it. Because when I used to battle, that's what I would do. I would roll up to the spot with ammo for everybody, and I would have the lines in my, you know, and I would like, you know, set up the punch, but I have to put it together on stage, freestyle.
I'll be honest with you, right? I hate that shit, but I recognize that it's a part of battle rap, right? But look, listen. So I'm a freestyler, right? Yeah. And so I'm always about the best you bring to me, the better I can get. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes you know, you'll have an off day when you freestyling, and it's and what you're trying to do is you're trying to channel in like you know, like the energy, like boom. All right, I got the once you get in the zone, if you got it, it's really hard to get you off of it if you don't. And I know how it feels. I can warm up, but people that come with the liners and the written, like a couple weapons here and there, right?
Let me ask you, who's your inspiration? Who influenced you the most?
So I started in '88, so my early inspirations probably still give me the most inspiration. So like, you know what I mean? Like LL Cool J still inspires me, right? Whether he's doing the girl songs or he's like coming hard, right?
Father MC? No, wait, that's way too bad.
I know about, you know what? Father MC was big, and like I remember he was supposed to come up to our school. I was going to school in San Diego, and all the girls was going crazy over Father MC. But no,
I shouldn't even know who that is. I just know because my parents used to listen to him, and so I was like, okay, Father MC.
Yeah, see, now we're telling my age. See, you know what I mean? But no, look, I was 9 years old, you know, doing 21 and over clubs in San Diego, California, right? And this is like 88, 89, you know what I mean? And so I did a nice little run in San Diego from, you know, elementary on to the first couple of years of high school, and then I moved back here to the Bay. And I tried to keep that going when I got to the Bay. And, you know, I started building up some stuff, and then, of course, the Hobo Hyro battle happened. And when that happened, and I got myself involved in that.
Big shout out to Cyph4.
Yes, shouts out to Cyph4. Shouts out to the hieroglyphics.
Big shout out to the
Hyro. I mean?
But you know, I'm always on the underdog team. It's Cyph4.
Oh, right, bro. What?
Right,
He's the only.
Listen,
you talk about one man battling a crew. That one guy against the whole crew, because it was basically him.
Well, I mean, nah, come on.
Come on.
But he was the one that did the most.
He was,
in my opinion, too.
Right.
Casual, we
so look, it was supposed to be, look, I shouldn't have got myself involved in that battle. First, let me say that while we on air, right? But I was a hip-hop cat that was on some hip-hop shit, and I was in the building, and it was a little bit of rumblings and gossip and stuff that I knew that was being said about me, right? And somebody said something that riled me up, and just like any other cipher, I would want to get into the cipher and battle now because I was a rapper. Now, Cyph4 told me no when I tried to get on the mic at first because I wasn't Hobo Junction. And I still jumped into the battle, and that, you know, that was a big battle. It was popular, but to me, I shouldn't have been involved in it, and that was what people knew about me more than they knew about my music, and it kind of bothered me. Yeah. Not only that, it was also a burning of a bridge for a moment, right? You know, I wasn't getting along with members of the High Roads and vice versa, and you know,
that would be the downside.
It stopped the opportunity for some of the most creative, dopest MCs to be able to work together, and you know, it took me some years to like, you know, maybe rekindle the communications with the members, so that we can, you know, get back on just being, you know, like when we see each other, like what's up, and you know, and hopefully, you know, we've all let all of that shit go, and we move, you know, like we moving on to like nigga, like we this is the Bay Area, Mic.T's dope, High Road's dope, you know, because really in the end result, you know, I'll probably still to this day in the wrong atmosphere on some hip hop shit, I'll come in trying to serve somebody.
I was just about to say that, bro. I would honestly do the exact same thing if I could put myself in that.
That's more of a product of how you came up. Because I came up like that in hip hop too, like as a b-boy. So like battling is everything, you know what I mean? Like that makes you who you are, you know what I mean? Like, and there's definitely, man, I feel you. I see how you're coming, because even like now, when I scratch with other DJs, when we have a session, it ain't a session. We're all trying to show off and see who's
that's what I'm saying. When you're hungry,
so in my head, I'm like, oh shit, this guy's.
Have you heard of what is it, Cream of DJs?
I'm not too sure.
They do an annual event every year. It's Cream of DJs, but it's like when all the DJs.
No, it's Cream of Beat.
Thank you.
Right.
Cream of Beat.
Okay.
Cream of Beat is
so Cream of Beat been going on. So look, let me tell you. Cream of Beat been going on since before the Hobo Hyro battle. Right.
Wow,
this how long this shit. Like it is a staple. Listen. It is a staple of Bay Area culture. If there is no Cream of Beat, we know we have been fully gentrified.
That's the indicator.
Like, look, shouts out to Polo, shouts out to My Emotion, shouts out to Red. Look, listen. Let's keep it 100, right? Like I was talking about, I've been, you know, around doing these things in the scene. As we watch the different, you know, like eras of hip hop grow, right? People got a little bit sidetracked and started dividing hip hop. So when people ask me about hip hop and what my influences is, because you asked me that, you know, my drunk ass went on a tangent somewhere else.
That was
That's
dope.
what you're supposed to do.
But influences, right? So you know, I still get influenced by younger cats. You know, I was influenced by the High Roads, and I was influenced by the Freestyle Fellowship. I was influenced by Boot Camp. Click, you know, because when people come out and they set a tone and an energy and a mood of the music, if you really hip hop and you really vibing, either you're competing in a small sense or you're just inspired and want to go make something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think about today's hip hop with the younger generation?
You know what? I'm gonna keep it 100. People complain, but hip hop is better right now than it was when I was coming up. It's just oversaturated in the popular
It is oversaturated.
sense.
Which very
overpopulated.
That you talking about the culture or the industry? Because the culture, I would say
I'm talking about. Look,
I would say no.
Look,
say culture-wise, no.
Look,
it's a little different.
No way.
No, look.
No way.
Listen. The reason why I say that, right? The reason why I say that is because the culture is the streets. Right, so this hip hop shit was inspired by the struggle and the inspiration around us in the streets. When you bust your first rap at school or did whatever, you was trying to impress your friends from your hood. This is where it comes. So it's impossible for me to ignore that the young people of the hood got a different perspective of what they think is fly right now. Right? But that's what they feeling. I
see what you're saying.
I'm not going to ignore.
I don't think that hip hop's in a better state than it was.
Well, hold on.
But the music. But look, look. There is dope cats. There is a lot.
And a lot of the young kids
are undiscovered.
And a lot of the young kids. I'm like you. I don't hate on them.
There's hundreds.
I don't hate on none of the young kids.
Listen, though.
It's for them. It ain't for me.
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish because I know everybody got some. Look, listen. Just let me finish. Look, really though, there's still hundreds and hundreds of dope artists that will fit to what you like. there is still enough events going on around the world that deals with all the elements of hip hop. Now, are they happening 100% in our neighborhood right now, in our Bay Area? No. It definitely slowed down for us. All right, but in LA, they still moving and staying active. Right. Why? Because I've been going out there hitting up them shows.
Yo,
right?
I'm sorry, my bad.
Right. So it is an artist out there that we ain't peeping. Why? Because the youth controlled hip hop when we was growing up, and they still control it now.
Yeah, your generation. For me, it's like I want to make the music that I fell in love with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make it updated. I want to keep it to where like I get the vibe and I relate to somebody that way, right? So, but like I feel like you ask somebody that was born in like, or was around in like 1984 or something like that, they're gonna tell you like. No, that's not really hip hop. Hip hop is
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so it's like, or like the like the 2000s, they're gonna be like, no, that's not hip hop.
Simply from a different era.
Yeah, and it's what they fell in love with this genre that we love so much is like that. That's what they are gonna always associate it with, right? So people who create it, you're right. There's a lot of people who still like want to have that preservation of that sound or whatever.
Oh no, definitely. I mean, if anything, the new era is good because of the internet. Everybody has their own lane. Everybody has their own lane. So it will always survive. Yeah. I just don't think it's at its peak. No, I mean, its peak was the 90s. You know what I mean?
I believe,
after the 90s,
I believe it's there. I believe we're divided. All right?
Oh, yeah.
So look,
we're divided, but we're divided. I think we're divided more by time.
No.
Our time was in the 90s. That was almost,
I see what
25 years ago.
When you know what I mean? Look, did you go to the hold on. Did you go to the Dope Jam tour?
I probably
what?
Okay, so look. Listen. Hear this lineup.
I'm in the radio
The Dope
truck.
Jam Tour. Hold on. Hear this lineup. The Dope Jam Tour. All right. Headlined by Public Enemy. The setup for them was the first hip hop band, Stetsasonic. All right. Right underneath them was KRS-One and Boogie Down Productions. And then, guess who else was on the bill? NWA. And then right up underneath NWA was Tone Loc. And then underneath Tone Loc was Ice-T. And then guess who? And then guess who opened up the damn show? The local Oaktown 357. So put yourself in perspective of who all was on that bill at that night. You had pretty much
what year
people.
Is this?
That's like 89, 90.
Be, bro. Oh my God. That's
not 89 anymore. It's 2020.
Hold on. The following year. Raising Hell or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
not Raising Hell. It's after Raising Hell. It's the next tour after that with Beats to the Rhyme and all that was on it, right? So who you got? You got Run DMC.
Run DMC, yeah.
Listen.
LL on that one?
Hold on. Nope.
I don't know nothing about this.
Nope. You had Run DMC and Belle Biv DeVoe.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Now I remember them.
Damn.
Yes.
That is,
all right,
people didn't know what they really had at that time.
So in the beginning of when hip-hop didn't have to be 100% rap, I would say was when we started calling stuff that Belle Biv DeVoe and them were doing as hip hop because it had a hip hop swing.
Even Bobby Brown, he incorporated a little bit of hip hop into some of his music.
It started. Look. It started.
Yeah.
It started trickling when the not us, the hip hopper, but when the media.
Oh yeah, the industry
started still calling it hip hop because it had a hip hop swing. Right. One day we looked up and then it became gangster rap and then hip hop. Backpack rap. Then one day it became trap rap and then hip hop.
Now you got so much. Then you got Trill, Brooklyn Trill, South African Trill.
So why don't we just stop? Why don't we just stop and just start calling it hip hop? Start putting people who.
Okay, and now that was going to lead to my next question. Is a lot of young kids don't consider themselves a hip hopper. I know a lot of kids that rap that say they're not a hip hopper.
It's because we told them,
and they probably.
It's because we told them it wasn't.
That's absolutely right.
I didn't, but other people have.
No,
that's
it's
true.
It's because the generation of people said that's not hip hop.
It's not what I grew up with.
Yeah. Now look, I'll be honest.
And that's what I said. I don't hate on the kids. It's
songs,
just not for me.
Look, there is some songs that to me is R&B. Okay. And
like,
if I had to label it, I would label it R&B, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That is under the genre of hip hop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so when I see that, and I see that if I was to raise my hand and say, no, that's an R&B track, and 100 people say, no, that's hip hop. Well, I mean, I'm gonna just go ahead and say that I lost the law of the average, and they said that that's hip hop.
Hey, I don't know.
Yeah, I see that.
I feel you though. Yeah.
I think.
Right? Look. I have my opinion of what's hip.
Like, can I ask
original.
this? What do you think about WAP?
Oh, I love that shit. Yo, I love that shit, bro.
WAP.
I'm gonna keep it real. Well, no, I mean, I love the song.
Finish the rest.
Yo, that shit to me for
Wet
some
ass.
reason.
Like, am I tripping off? Look.
Honestly,
the truth
I
is,
think it's great.
For years, hip hoppers.
It's a movement.
For
like,
years,
I like what
hip
they're
hoppers
doing.
been
Let's
letting
talk
the
about that.
grimiest,
Let's
ignorant
talk
shit
about
be
WAP.
their swag.
Let's talk about WAP.
Right? Listen, for years,
ahead,
hip hoppers have let the grimiest, ignorant lines be their swag.
Yeah.
Sometimes shit that they wouldn't even do for real in their life. Right? So if now all of a sudden the women who just so happen to be like, well, if this nigga want to go ahead and trick off some dough and take me and my kids to Disney World, well then fuck it, let Mr. Trick Daddy, well then let her rap about it.
Let her rap about it.
Let her rap about it. Hey,
my
girls like to get their
my
pussy ate
perspective
too,
is-
so let her rap about it.
Okay, I got many on this one. 'Cause
Go
I'm
ahead.
tired of it.
Get it, man.
First of all, I didn't know men were so worried about what women are doing. That's the first one. That's one. Two, that just goes to show you how insecure a lot of men are, that a goddamn song is ruffling their feathers.
Right.
I can care less what they do.
Yeah.
For three, it's grown women making grown songs for other grown women.
Look, I'm speaking for a dude who got 3 boys, right?
I got 2 daughters, so I'm telling you from here. You know what I mean?
And I got some homies that's like, I just don't want my daughter listening to nothing like that, looking up to nothing. They be. And
I understand that.
argue.
I understand that to a certain
like,
extent.
hey,
but let's be real. All of our kids have smartphones or iPhones.
Right.
You don't think they ain't seen or watched enough stuff?
Right.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
but
You gotta stop being naive. Stop being naive. Be realistic.
Yeah.
That song was an adult song made by adult women for adults.
Yo.
Right.
It is.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you don't want your kids to listen
And then,
to
like
it,
I said,
then
I see so many men and they're feeling, and it's like, dang, bro, you're.
You know what?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
and then
Some of those
my
kids
fourth,
don't even know what they rapping
my
about.
fourth
too.
thing would be
Exactly.
my fourth thing, especially for my hip hop friends. Like, when did we start caring about commercial rappers?
Well, yeah, I was about to say something about. Well, the thing is, I feel like it's important.
That's what it is. Like all these so-called hardcore hip hop guys.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, why are you even worried about it? When did we care about billboards?
right when you
You've
see
always been the underground.
and
I don't give a shit what they make.
What it
So
is.
what is underground now?
So what I was thinking is, well, what is
Yeah,
underground
that
now?
is a good question, observation, because
I want to
because
know,
now
is
with
it
the-
when we're raw
because
and
when
I'm
the-
just spitting?
because
or
with
is
the
it,
internet, it's hard to really call something underground, because people that are not on the radio still have a lot of success without being on the radio.
I think
Right.
it's a.
so it is hard to say
So
underground.
is
like
underground
rapper
lack of
Rhapsody.
success?
Rhapsody.
she's
yes,
incredible.
that,
Oh man,
well,
she's
She's
been
amazing. bro.
oh, her, yeah,
Yeah, she's-
definitely. Oh yeah,
shit.
I would consider her.
Like,
underground.
without radio,
Underground
she's
lack of
doing a
success,
great
like lack
job.
of blowing up.
I don't think so. I think underground.
I wouldn't say so much lack of success, because it depends on who you're asking. What you define success?
Yo, in the back.
What
in
do
the,
you define success?
Okay,
But back in the day-
So is Jay-Z not underground?
No.
Not anymore. I'd
No,
say
but-
his first album was kind of. I would
So
say.
his last album didn't have no good Watch the Throne wasn't underground enough.
No, I don't.
It didn't have enough b-boy swag over just the sample. I mean, what?
I feel like underground is like
I
kind
mean,
of.
I'm
I know.
asking because
it's a good
because
question.
Otis
It's a good
was
question.
a motherfucking monster.
Well, yeah, but he's a good rapper. But the thing is, I think underground back in the day, like P Rock and CL Smooth would talk about how they were underground. They want to represent the underground, right?
I
But
get-
like Kings of the,
okay.
but like yo, well check it out. I,
I
think
think
that
a lot of it
But
had.
Straighten It Out, was that really underground?
no, but it was commercial set. But it's a sound. It's
But
like
I
a
think
homage
more
to the
underground
to the
meant, for
start.
me, it meant more like independent. That's
I
what
think
I would
that's
call more
different.
underground. 'cause
Well, I mean,
most-
that's kind of where we are now. Like,
Yeah,
I
'cause
think.
big-
But like I
understand
said, I think it might be like a time to change it, because it's really underground, because there's people that don't have songs on the
telling
radio,
you.
but they got 1 million views.
It's turning into a
You know what I
vibe,
mean?
bro.
So
you know what I'm
are
saying?
they really underground? 1 million people are watching them.
You know what?
You know what I mean? So
I mean, the fact
that is a
you
good
can-
question, Mike. Good
The
question.
fact that you could take your Instagram and your personality, your image itself, right?
Yeah,
the likeness,
Your
and
brand,
build
basically,
the brand up and be more successful at the brand than at the actual part of touching someone with the music, I think sometimes is more of a problem for the talented artist who's spending more time on his craft and isn't having the time or the understanding of how
that's
to
why
build
I
up
always
those
define
platforms.
this game as half talent and the other half work. You know what I mean? Because you could have all the talent in the world, but if you ain't working to market yourself
in
or
the underground shit,
now you're not gonna make it,
bro. Now
no matter how good you are.
But they manufacture shit in the industry.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
definitely. It goes
motherfuckers
both
that
ways.
would never even think about rapping just gotta look and they just get, you know what I'm saying, that type of shit. But like in the underground, I feel like
still faking the phone.
But underground to me that has like more of a you know, homage to the classic type of understanding of hip hop. So like for me, I like the fact that I like am seen as an underground MC. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's what I grew up respecting and like, you know, kind of what molded my opinion, you know what I'm saying?
That is definitely a good question though. Like, what's the definition of underground?
How old are you?
Oh, you know it's so funny.
You put me on the spot.
No, it's so funny. Like I never.
I think I know.
Care about sharing my age, but I'm 37.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I was close. Yeah.
See, you may.
I'm 36. Yeah.
So look. So look. Do you guys remember?
But I've been in this business.
Wait, do you guys remember?
Since I was 23 years old, traveling to Japan.
Okay.
To Caribbean.
Oh, so
licensing
Japan pay, don't they?
Licensing placements through Viacom.
Right.
Okay.
Which is Real Housewives of Atlanta, MTV, and Bad Girls Club.
Right.
I've been in this game for a long time.
That's
4
right.
albums released.
That's right.
Collaborations. I also work with Numbskull of the Loonies. I get him booked.
I'm sure I got you on one of my pages. I'm sure
Probably
I know
so.
Because you know.
But you know what? So like I took a little break for a while musically, and I you know kind of dabbled a little bit into acting and producing films, and I had my own TV show on Coffee TV and KTSF.
Okay.
KTSF is where CMC used to air their right. So I used
to watch that in
every
Juvenile
day.
Hall.
Right. So I was airing big time. I had prisoners write to me saying I'm on death row, but I love your show.
Watch it, yeah.
Right. I love your show, and I'm watching you. I'm gonna like die in like 90 days, but I'm like, oh shit.
Brother, get a visit, huh? Can
right. He's like, can I get a visit? You know what I mean? So I did that on break for a while, and now I'm back into the music, and I'm like, female rappers are popping right now, and I'm trying to get back into the mix of that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? To me, they always been popping. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Like I never like people talk about how they, you know, like they're popping now, but I've always known of a dope female MC, right?
Yeah.
And I think what happened is that, you know, everyone is so serious about this thing, right? And the craft is so large. I done met so many dope artists traveling and being at shows. You know, there is a point for music to be made regardless of success.
Right.
And I flirted with quitting because I wasn't getting support from the support group, right? Like the Peoples, right? I was like, okay, well, if the Peoples is not really, you know, buying it, they just streaming it and shit. Like, this shit don't feel right. It just didn't feel right?
Yeah.
And you know, I checked myself because the truth is even when I sat down the mic for a couple of weeks, somebody came and played a beat, and that energy struck in me, and this is what I've been doing my whole life. It's something I'm going to be doing.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not even going to have the image.
Yeah.
Because the age is catching up, right?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna. I'm never gonna be that tall one, right?
Well,
I'm just saying, like,
I feel you, man. Yeah.
But my goal is to make the music that touches me, and then let people hear it. And while the next person going, oh man, I don't know about that one, I could give a fuck.
Yeah.
I want you to hear it.
It's not for you. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
I agree, and I also feel like when, you know, me coming out, I was thinking like, you know, there was always a dope female MC that I fucked with, like, you know, the Brad and all that type of shit. But right now, I think that like in every single kind of subgenre, there, you know, very much like either hanging with the like the dudes that are like the top of the crews or whatever, or they're better. You know what I'm saying? My favorite rapper right now is Shay Noor, bro. You know who that is?
Who?
Shay Noor.
I think I know.
Shay Noor.
I think
Where
I
is
know.
she from?
She's from Rochester or Buffalo, but she raps with like 38 Special Baby
Yeah,
and all
okay,
that.
yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
she is a beast, bro.
Like,
And I feel like
rapping like guys, you know, she spit. Yeah.
Damn.
and like
I know a couple females like that, yeah.
Right?
I mean, Rap City, like you said, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
like her,
sure.
yeah.
There was a girl, though, all right? There was a girl, and I'm going to just keep it 100. I don't know where this female went. I'm off the microphone. Look, I don't know where you are, where you at.
We still
where
hear
you at?
But Bay Area people who was around 95, 96, 97, they know who I'm talking about. There was a female MC that could command the stage and rip damn near anybody named Treasure.
I heard about her.
All right?
Okay.
When I say I thought she might have been the hardest shit ever to walk the planet at one point, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like seeing her live was like watching a monster. You
Okay.
understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? She had presence and energy and vocal strength. All things that most MCs wish they could have, and it didn't matter if it was a woman, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you get what I'm saying? And she didn't go platinum.
Oh, man,
Now,
what's
matter of fact, I
this?
don't know if she ever released anything,
stuff.
Yeah.
but I
like the
never
same as, like,
forgot,
for my-
and it's been probably 20 years since I've seen her.
Pretty
Yeah, she
much.
left an
It's
impression
brown.
on you. So like
It's
that's
brown.
what I'm saying. I like
Right.
yeah. I mean
Females been dope.
yeah, for real. I think right now they're just getting recognized
I'm
as
gonna
like
tell
they
you
get,
my position as a female hip hop artist in this industry.
Okay.
I'm more of the business aspect. I'm puffy. Release great music,
Yeah.
but on the business side, I can make you famous.
Uh-huh.
Cause I made myself famous doing a whole bunch of stuff without a budget.
Right.
It's possible, I know.
I had my own reality TV series called Diva TV, and I had that broadcasted on 25 public access stations.
There you go.
And I used to go around and interview different rappers, follow rappers, passing out flyers,
Did-
talking about mixtapes and stuff like that.
Was there not to interrupt you, but was there a gentleman maybe involved in that named Benjamin Jemison?
Not that I can recall, no.
I'm just wondering, right? 'Cause
I mean, I dealt with so many rappers, you know what I mean?
No. He wouldn't be a rapper. He would be a
business
producer,
guy.
dude. He would.
A producer, okay, no, I don't remember, no.
Okay.
But I consider myself the female version of Diddy. You make good music, you can rap, but you do the
And you can
business,
sell it, basically.
and you
Right.
can sell it.
There you go.
I got myself booked in Japan, opening up for R&B singer Lloyd. Me plus 5 members all catered to. The Caribbean several times, opening up for a reggae artist named Jacure. Everyone catered to everything. I closed all those deals. I applied my business marketing skills to hip hop,
Right.
Yeah.
and it worked.
Right.
yeah.
And then I make
I mean,
good music. You know what I'm
that's-
saying?
That's what me and my label been trying
So-
to build on now, right?
Yeah.
Because I started being a label a few years ago, right? I was over chasing a deal, but I wasn't getting the same traction
yeah.
that I used to get. So I was trying to figure out a way to make my releases, and all of a sudden everybody start using all these
there anything to mix this
independent
with?
distribution
Is there anything to
companies.
mix this with?
And so when you dive into the pool and you
Maybe.
start trying to raise
Maybe.
those numbers up,
What do you want?
you got
Anything.
options. You could try to
don't
purchase
even matter.
those little packages, or you could start trying to figure out how you could do it organically.
Right.
And I wasn't. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'll be okay with 65 listeners a month if I just do it organically. But I'm not buying no listeners. Right?
No, never.
I'm not buying them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if I, I'll pay for an ad to run, right?
Sure.
But I'm not buying
That shit would be an
a
option for
boost.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not buying a boost.
Thank you
I
so
really,
much.
I
No,
really
that
would
is-
rather buy 30 seconds of my beat playing in someone's ear.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that
Oh,
you get
yeah,
an
yeah.
opportunity to Shazam.
Well, I don't even think
You
that
know
should
what
be
I
an
mean?
option for people, bro. Keep it real with you. Like, why would you let people just have an okey doke type of like,
Yeah,
But you know what though? Look, influencers run the game, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I understand that, right?
No,
so
yeah,
all
I get
influencers, if you think I'm handsome, please follow me and we can work
Okay.
this out.
Well, we
You
got
know?
some viewers, and he got viewers.
Get it up there, right?
But no, like real talk, like we all need each other. We all need people to spread the word, right? And so I'm not going to discredit
The
any
more
of the
people you
word
know,
that
the
can
better
be spread,
chances, you know what I
right?
mean?
Oh, yeah,
Network,
of course.
network.
But what
Yeah.
I want to do is I want somebody to just see me and notice over here and take a dive in just like I dove in. Like,
Yeah.
I spend the money on the
I hope that
look,
too,
look,
yeah.
look, I spend the money on the equipment, the mix, the master, right? Then I wouldn't spend the money on the knowledge, so I wouldn't have to pay for the mix and master. Right? Then I took the time to make sure that I wasn't just giving some bullshit.
Preach
right?
now.
So now I want somebody who's influencing. I want somebody who's promoting. I want somebody with the real plug to go, fuck, all that, drop $20 and I'll get you 1,000. You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna get you 1,000 fucking spins.
And see, that's what I do.
Look. I'm gonna get you 1,000 spins. Fuck your budget. I'm gonna make sure you have a budget to work with. And then guess what? Here, come back over here because I've been on your team, and let's keep breaking bread. Right? Why? Because that's just the dream. That's just the dream. Now I know the truth. I know that if I was on a major, the budget is going out. All right, I know this, right? So trying to convert from that dream aspect of the artist, where I just want some support for not the low, for the real support, because that's high. Like it's actually turned into sound like it's lowballing, like support. What? It costs what to support? No. Support is a highball game. Yes, support me, motherfucker. And I'm like, you boost me out. Then now you have a reason to come and gouge me. Yeah. What's nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
Yeah, I think that there was a time when it was more about whether people believed in you, right? Believed in your sound and felt like it was going to contribute to a culture or something like that. Now it's about, can we market this? Can we sell it?
All about money.
Well, I mean, it's always been about, can we market this?
No, but it's overwhelmingly like that is what I'm saying. There's it's not balance.
It's always been about, can we market this or sell it? So there's no way around that part, right? Which means there has to be some freshness.
That's what I'm saying. Right? There has to be a balance of that shit, right?
And the fact that I might think it's whack, and it's going to go around the table, and all the label needs to do is hear enough people say, yeah, then they go, okay, well, that's my market. They only listen to Backstreet Boys anyway. Whatever it may be, right? It's always going to be about making sales.
Yeah.
All right?
I agree.
And what's marketable. But it's gotten to a point to where in order to even get the person who liked your shit to promote it.
That's what I'm saying.
Have you said you had a record deal before?
So I put out a record through a record label, Heretic Productions, right?
Which was distributed by a major?
Well, it was distributed at the time through Caroline, which at the time was, a major, right? Because back then there was no little,
so it must
indie
have been affiliated with Universal or somebody.
No. Caroline Distribution was a major distribution.
Stands on its own.
Right.
Okay.
It was a major distribution company.
Okay.
Fanatic, who produced my first album, also did Planet Asia's first EP. Did Unassisted for Rasco. He got a share deal with another producer guy who was all business. He was a producer. This other guy was business. They got this record deal. And Fanatic put out myself. Okay. He also put out Cubic, which was a member of Schoolyard, which was a part of. He also put out Boss Bombing Sounds, right, which had Boss Swan, right? And so he put out these records, right? It was considered a major. I mean, I was in listening stations and things like that.
Yeah, you were doing.
But I got $1,000
in advance.
That was what I got, $1,000.
Well, back in the day, it's different.
I had no choice really over the beats because he had to make all the beats, and he had other producers. He had other projects he was producing for. So, to be honest with you, I was kind of on the bottom end of the deal. So I was last when it came to picking the beats. You know what I mean? And so we started the project, and a lot of people still think that that's one of my best projects, and I might argue different, but I still like that project. You know what I mean?
You had a heart for that project.
And shouts out to Fanatic. We're gonna get it in. Now because he's been back active. I've been waiting for him to come out the water so we can get back active, right? But as a label, right? I saw that he had challenges. He needed a team, right? So when I started my label, I knew I didn't have a team, right? So I said, hey, I could probably do roughly about what we was able to accomplish with this distribution deal. And I wasn't able to. Why? Because we did have a way to go and send it out to be tested, to be heard, to get an opportunity to get on a few college radio stations on rotation. There was an outlet for us to set the fire behind the record, to see the 33,000 sales versus just streams. And we were only doing physicals at that time, really. So it was easier to sell too as well.
That's, So do you feel like it's better now to just be independent and not get a deal? Or what do you think?
Okay, look, if you're trying to pad your pockets, all right, this is still a business deal. You're going to give up something to get something. Exactly. So as a label right now, if a major label wanted to come in and pick up me and my label and what we had going on, if the money was right to where I felt it would propel the people that believe in my label, that are working with my label, that need the push so that it can be more than just me and my distribution, more like me and the artists that I see that I see have talent. For me, the biggest I'll take that deal.
I tell young people is ownership. So you need to negotiate.
You know what? Look, yes,
get your masters. I mean, and if you're about to blow up that big, you need to maybe see if you get some equity in this company. You know what I mean? Don't just take the money, because the money runs out.
I own my masters.
You can own equity in the company, or you can own your masters.
I own my masters.
Forever.
That is,
I own my masters.
Look, you saw Kanye West posted his contracts online about Universal.
And you know what? I read this shit and I was like, whoa, I'm not under contract.
Yes.
Look, I heard Taylor Swift, she got like she had to pay $300,000. I think he's gonna have to pay close to like $500 million. You know what I mean?
Like $1 billion?
Hers was $300 million.
Listen, he got it.
He said $300 million.
Listen to this.
Yeah, I said 1,000, but I
listen to this.
Million.
Listen to this. Here's
maybe that's a different story.
Here's the cap to this.
Like 500 million.
Here's the cap to this.
And didn't those are the ones that Jay-Z sold, right, or no?
No, listen to
Jay-Z
this.
sold
listen to this.
Like that.
This game has been about masters.
Always.
All right? But it's also been about fine print. Okay?
Yes.
All right? So if you come to me and you say, hey, look, Mic.T, I'm going to give you $350,000. 50,000 of it in your pocket. 300,000 is your budget.
Like right now,
Right now. All right? But we want 50% of your publishing for those records. I say, okay, no problem. But in the fine print, it says, but if you don't get back to that 350,000, we own all of these publishing.
So many people got played
until we get
you gotta
paid.
watch the benchmarks.
But look, it is a business deal, right? It is a loan, right?
In reality,
and
it's a projection that we think.
And if I felt that the money given to me would allow me to go and purchase the teammate to make sure that we had a chance. Not a knockout,
win,
but a chance to recuperate this money without them. Look, fuck you. You're gonna give me this money. Can I hire Sleuth Pro, or can I hire so and so to write the bios? Can I hire this person over here in marketing? And guarantee that we're going to successfully do this. I'll aim for it, but here's the catch. I recognize that I'm giving up everything that we're doing in that contract at that moment. I kind of recognize that. Now, there's been people to negotiate way better contracts than that and get way more ownership of their shit in that.
And that's what I tell every young artist: fight for ownership.
But people had to go through that shit to know that shit, because they had a lot of kids coming off of
so many people have got fucked out of money.
Yeah, they don't read contracts.
The reason why people complaining about the game is because to throw an independent frisbee that gets you platinum, right, is rather hard.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
It's rather hard. Why? Because the market is flooded. I mean, it's flooded by the people who have an investment in something giving them a return.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So you coming in the door for that hour slot of what's being spent.
Yeah.
It is very rare are we going to get that super independent guy that had that hit record that was so powerful that it went in heavy rotation for the publishing to super matter. And then even then, usually when that happens, that's when everyone wants to do a deal with him and give him what he's been fiending for maybe 40 years, which is an opportunity to not worry about a meal tomorrow.
Exactly.
All right.
So yeah, you gotta look at all the angles. Basically. I mean,
like I said, what is it? Look, nothing
money
from
counts,
nothing is nothing,
even,
but
like,
ownership
plaques,
matters.
Billboards and plaques don't mean shit. They ain't worth nothing.
Nah, bro.
You can.
So,
So many people have got fucked out of money. You got #1 people that have been #1 on the charts and are broke now.
That's how
Like, there's no way. How's
And
that?
same thing with the
Because money-
Oscars.
because
People,
money don't
Because people
Same.
don't realize, like, people get happy. Oh man, I'm #1 on the Billboard. I don't give a fuck about the Billboard. And my #1 at the bank today. Shit.
right.
You know what
I'm
I mean?
getting a $100,000 check.
well,
Right.
I can what number
you
I'm
know
at
what?
at the Billboard.
It's hard to look.
Piece of paper.
It's hard to maintain a work grind, right? In an industry where once you make that hit, they want you to drop another album right now.
Oh, yes.
Right? And so, a lot of artists and a lot of our successful artists, and it's been like this since the beginning of time, ran to someone who had this keen talent for writing any and everything as he thought it fast, or they went and got other writers to write their shit. All right?
And I will speak as a millennial. When it comes to entering this business now, it's all about budget. If you got a budget, small budget, medium-sized budget, large budget, whatever it is, that determines how far your career will go.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Right.
It's not about the skill, the talent. You know what I mean? You have a couple of podcasts and, radio shows that are independent that care just about the quality of your music, but that won't take you far, unfortunately.
No.
If you want to go through
Right.
the big people to reach the masses, you have to have a budget. And that's what I tell any client that approaches me.
And
that
I
says,
know, and not to cut you off,
Yeah.
I would say be realistic.
yeah.
Have some realistic goals. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
towards
Right.
that.
And
Right.
be-
Not just I
but-
want to
more
be
of a
famous,
budget.
be
See,
Instagram famous.
Okay, you tell me you want to be famous. I'd say, okay, well, how are you going to get there? What's
Exactly.
the step?
Yeah,
What's the step?
right.
And then what's after that?
Yeah, what's the next step? Then the next step.
So,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
so-
'Cause it's a process.
To your
It's
point,
not,
though,
you know.
Yeah.
like to your point though, I feel like what you were saying is like what I feel like is what's the separation between underground or like independent and like major label. There's,
Yeah.
Back in the day, like the Stretch and Bob Beetle type of shit, there was people you could bring your music to that you had to like record on like reel to reel, put it on a tape, record that shit however you did, whatever, bring it to a motherfucker, trying to bustle your way into doors and shit like that. They knew that you believed in yourself, right? So they believed in you. You know what I'm saying? Like that in a way. So they wanted to like, put you on with all these people and they would get you.
Shouts out to Sway too, who let me come in and bum rush the wake up show
That's what's
a
up.
million times.
But
Maps.
there's not the balance is off with the monetary need right now.
Yeah,
So it's like it's more marketing and less like feeling and like contributing to the culture type of shit. You know what I mean? But like I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it.
I mean, it's still people that plug you, and you gotta put in the footwork, whether your pocket can afford it or not. I'm not finna sit back and tell, like, I always trip off of, there's a broke mentality too, all right? So if you're sitting on the couch and you're hungry, right? Are you gonna sit there and go, fuck, I'm just pathetic and broke. I ain't got no job. I ain't going nowhere today no. If you really want to fix your situation, you're going to get up whether you're broke or not and go. Matter of fact, even if you broke, you still going to try to holler at the dream girl that you want. If you really want this.
Yeah, right.
If you really want this.
Right.
If you really, really
All
want to
it takes is the
change
right
something.
presentation.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to go do this. So to that effect, I believe people get success from trying hard and being on point without a budget, but they'll never get to household name status until that grind that they're doing starts making the locals or the people that support them pay them.
Right.
So that they can create a budget.
They gotta believe in you too. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's gotta be that balance too. I think that a lot of people rely on like social media, things like that, as like the outlet is for like an independent kind of thing. But like I feel personally, like if you love it, you know, you gonna do it regardless if you fucking in like, you know, locked in the cage, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna figure out a way to have that. I don't know. It's an itch that I gotta scratch type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Well,
if you're gonna, you know, market your own brand and be independent, then you know, put in that type of.
People have a good idea where they want their brand to be. They even have the logos. They have the image.
Yeah.
But they still might not understand how to get it in people's hands. They
Right.
still, you know, it's so many levels. And I thought I knew the levels. I didn't know the levels until I started getting into the levels.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Also, I feel you on that. For me, the levels were different than when I like really came to understand, because my levels were like paying dues. Like, first you were freestyling, and then you were like battling, and then you got respect that way, and nobody fucked with you, and then you start to get like, you know, recognition with like your songs and music, because you know that. But like that was the paying dues. But for me, but now, because I'm 36 years old, right? I mean, I started rapping when I was 20 years old. But like I will always like freestyle this shit in high school. But like I thought that was the path, because that's what the people I looked up to, like Tame One and Artifacts and those guys. That's what they did. And so, I mean, I'm not regretting going down the path, but I could have made better moves.
We all could have.
You know what I'm saying?
We all could have.
I mean, live and learn, right? Live and learn.
You know what? We all coulda. We all wish we shoulda. We all wish we had a new style that we coulda busted out when those niggas was busting their mouth and busting out with all the clout, with the money just dripping on out. I used to think to myself while I was pimping on out, with these hoes talking like they wanna roll, hit the stroll. I was thinking, man, shit, I hope I go gold and then go plat. I would have my Mac. Then I thought about all of the niggas that had a plaque and how some of those niggas just came stumbling back, right back to the hood, right back to no good. Shit just like Robin Hood, rob the rich and the poor. Shit, I kick in the dough, start to spit in the flow. I lose myself sometimes when the beat come on. I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt, but I get stuck and start to busting on these niggas cause I don't give a fuck. Wall Street. Ask somebody who the fuck it is. If you handle all your biz, you know how I do these niggas and these suckers and these busters and these MCs. I spit these bars, give them true degrees. They add them up all the time, trying to come up with lines. Shit, I just spit mine off the top all the time. It's something that's in me. Shit, maybe it's envy. They look from the back of the side, truck pretending. Shit, I ain't gonna trip off the stumble. I crumble these motherfuckers up and then I smoke. I split that shit. Sometimes I peel it, sometimes I kill it. Shit, if it's good, I'm willing. If you niggas talking about how you topping your billing, I start dropping the feeling, then the niggas start scraping the flow. Nigga asking how you breaking the flow. Mic.T, man, it ain't no faking for show.
Hey, don't fake it for show. I just try to rake in the dough, but everybody knows that I just got the greatest of flows, and I'm making them known from here to the straight to the skull. I don't even know. I'm just in the bay in the O. I'm just making it lit up. I just got to spit the fucking sixth up and ridicule these cats with the tip cups. I never seen a type of velvet wall. I'm just saying, cause you gotta get your helmet when you fucking got your fellas and you hella brawl. I'm just telling y'all shit. I don't know. I'm just gonna talk shit off the top with. I don't know. I just fucking be the fucking weed cookie eater dude that fucking needs take a break and breath. My bad. I just been fucking smoking the greatest cess from the bay, and I don't know what the fuck I'm saying next, but it's gonna be fresh, and I'm just staying.
I'm breaking necks, pile driving, mile rhymers. Yeah, that's an old line of old timers. Niggas sitting back like they got those old rhymes. I got those old times memorized, and I'ma memorize, and then I go and ride. Then the nigga said, man, you suicide when you stepping on the side. I'll be like, nigga, you lied. If you think that I'm slipping, nigga, please. I've been blooding and the rest been crippin'. Now, nigga, don't even strip, cause a nigga don't be stripping. But I heard the rumors and them niggas been tripping, cause I've been straight while y'all niggas at the gate. Y'all acting fake. Mic.T just at the plate, and y'all gon' snort. And I'm gon' sit back on the sport, just hitting it out the park, nigga. I'm so sharp, y'all ain't even understand how the slurs is perverted. And every rap I hit, it's on the curve, and niggas trying to come up with the word again.
And then I might serve grenades and might murder men. Fuck that. I got the number 10, so you just gotta kind of serve your friend. My bad. I ate too much brownies with weed in it. Fuck that. It's strategic when I speak infinite shit like 93. I'm just a grimy MC, and you can try to be a limey G, but I be mighty C. Check it out. I don't know. I disrespect your clout and fucking kid you off my motherfucking.
Hey, look, I didn't. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm on my Kanye shit today.
Hey, we up in here, man.
Just start busting out in the interview and rapping.
You know how we do on the round table. We let the MCs go. It's all good.
I was thinking to myself, bro. I hope
we up in here.
Hey, so look, let's talk about something right now. Let's talk about something. You know, we in the middle of election year. right?
Okay.
We're in the middle of election.
Want to bring it up, Mike? Let's bring it up, Mike.
Look, I don't want to go deep into the politics. I want to say right now, because I don't know when you're going to air this, but if it aired before motherfuckers get an opportunity to vote, I don't care who you fucking voting for. Y'all better get up and goddamn it go vote. All right? I don't give a fuck if they told you it don't count and the electorals don't give a I don't give a fuck. Go and try. Let's just fucking see. Look, I don't give a fuck if only one dude sitting on his shitter and got a crystal meth pipe is the only motherfucker that get to pick the goddamn president. I think we all should goddamn it vote. Just one motherfucker time. Why? Because this is obviously the craziest, wildest goddamn election ever. And it stirred up so much emotions racially, intentionally. That is very important that even if you was complacent and quiet, that you get your ass up and go vote. I'm just saying. I just had to say that. Thank you.
Wow, you heard it from Mic.T.
Damn.
Yeah. It definitely is going to be a crazy election, that's for sure.
But anyway,
I mean, I think it's going to go bad either way. Like, whoever wins, it's just going to be bad all together.
Why look.
I already said somebody's going to die.
It's going to be bad.
Either way.
Because, like, if Trump wins, all the protesting is going to be out.
Oh, well.
If Biden
whoever wins.
All the good little boys are going to be out killing motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about. The good boys, Proud Boys,
it's really
are going to be out. So,
22, bro. Like,
it's definitely some weird shit.
Here's what's up.
Hey, I'm just thankful that the fires are going away. God bless whoever controls the sky.
I don't care.
Because the sky's been beautiful for 4 days. That shit has
I don't care white, black, Mexican, Chinese, Vietnamese. I don't care what you are, right? I do not care. But I do recognize that socially it's been divided. And that there's people.
I mean, that's their number one thing: divide and conquer.
Look, there's people masking, hiding what they really are about, right? Because that has been the plan for that culture and the people that follow underneath their codes. So knowing that it's impossible for us as people who are on the other side of that, whether it's because of our skin complexion or where we stand, to know who's standing for what. So all we can do, right, is vote and be prepared to fight our brother if necessary. Right? And I'm gonna keep it 100.
And
right?
you may be right. I mean, I don't know, man.
Look,
it's so hard to tell.
I am right. Look, I am right. If the guy who killed, look, listen to this. Hear the logic to this. If the guy who killed the officer ambushed him and shot him during the riots of Oakland for the Black Lives Matter during the George Floyd was a Boogaloo member who also turned around and tried to ambush another person who knew about the ploy in Santa Cruz, was a high-ranking officer at the Travis Air Force Base. So that means he's training the people who flies the planes to bomb shit. And he's a high-ranking officer. He was like, you know what? I feel it's a need to go and represent for what we believe in and make a statement. During these times, that was more alarming to me. That right there opened my senses and said, okay, maybe there is something a little bit deeper that I need to worry about. All right? But here's something more complex, all right? What I do know is that my kids and the kids, they don't even think like that, right? I know this because I have kids that's playing with kids. All right? I go to the parks and I see the kids want to play, and the parents like, yo, hey, come over here. Not with them. Not with them. Right?
Not them, man.
Not them. All right? And this lifestyle and this thing, it's been going on like this for a while, right? It's been going on for a while. And I have an opinion about being in the United States of America, being independent from Britain, having gone through World War I and II, and then having a group of people floating around a flag that represents a group from Germany. I find that traitorism. And I haven't heard someone speak against that traitorism. But I heard someone say that any of us saying that Black Lives Matter is traitors. Right? Okay, this is just my opinion. And I find it ironic because there is a part of Black Lives Matter, the organization, that I can't quite wrap my head around yet. And there's certain things I'm concerned with when it comes to when it comes to patenting and where money is flowing to. It's only about that.
So I read on Yahoo News. I don't know what this case was, but it said that the creator of the Black Lives Matter movement received payment from Chinese
entities or whatever.
Yeah, Chinese entities. Yeah.
So
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm just saying that's just what I saw on Yahoo. I was like, whoa.
Look. And here's the cap. China's point of view of things has been used against.
Like, why does China have an interest in Black Lives Matter?
Look, China got a lot of money. China got a lot of money. China has a lot of investments in Africa.
They have a lot of influence on the whole world.
All right.
Oh yeah, I heard about Africa.
America tried to smear African relations to China with the whole coronavirus push. All right, saying that they made it all about black people. Maybe some people fronted on some people because they didn't have masks, or I don't know. Who knows, right? But we blamed it on China. China blamed it on
China blamed it on
Negro,
us when we
whatever.
came there. They told us get out.
Look. I don't believe is as widespread of a blame game because I didn't see many people running up on every Asian I saw going, "You filthy motherfuckers." But they were doing it. Look, people were doing it.
You've seen it,
right?
I mean,
so
an
isolated incident being magnified to try to turn us against each other is a movement. But make no mistake about it, right? That we as a people, black people, aren't getting loans to purchase and own things. But other ethnic groups coming over are getting those loans to own shit. All right? Now, if we get if we get to a certain credit score, we can buy a plot of land. If we get to
you heard what
and
they
we
did
prove
in Atlanta, the group of black people who bought
150
a plantation.
Right.
Yeah,
Listen, land.
All of us got to do.
Hold on.
Yes,
Listen.
Stop.
Land and cars.
Right.
Look,
You're
land
right.
and cars. They'll give you. Why? Because it's really dead unless you know what you're doing. Okay? They're not going to give you the business loan. No. All right? So look, it's the reason why I say it's proven, even though some people have gotten business loans. I'm gonna say that it's proven because there is more no's than yeses than there should be yes. Why? Because even people like E40, who was already balling, had an excellent credit score, already owned some businesses, couldn't get a business loan to get his burger stand pushing, right?
Oh, okay.
All right. So why are you saying no to a person who got the money? You can gouge him.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hear the philosophy of this.
But he's doing all right now. He's doing all right now.
Of course, he's doing other business
on his second flavor of.
Right. No, we're just talking about just in general.
And all that.
Look. We're talking about cut and dry.
The problem is we need to come together though and stop depending on these bank loans. That's the first problem.
No.
We got to get more successful people of color.
To
almost build our own bank.
Right.
That's the problem.
Because
this is the issue I have when they say,
banks.
go buy black, and that's good. Support everybody. The problem though is what do most black people do? They go put it in a white bank.
Well, here's the problem.
Here's
the bigger problem with that.
They go put it in a white bank.
No.
Make them rich.
Here's the bigger problem with that.
So when you say, why does China care about Black Lives Matter? Because they can make a lot of fucking money on that. You know what I mean?
No, here's the problem with
what
that.
are they going to do? They're going to go deposit it into a bank.
No. Here's the problem with black banks because they exist.
Yeah.
Look, here's the problem with black banks because they exist. Black banks are banks. They're not necessarily 100% credit unions.
They're not a financial.
Hold on. They're not credit unions because then that would mean multiple branches that unionize. All right. So they're banks, and usually, no matter if you are black, white, or not, you usually pick your bank by how many fucking opportunities I got to get to a branch to get in. And if there's only one goddamn bank
in the country,
or three, and they're only located in over here, I can put my money there, and I'll get my card, but people have a disenchantment with not being able to go and go shake someone up and go, hey, look, someone stole my card, and right? So that's been the problem with growing the black bank, right? And here's why. So it's because when they're black owned like that, the other companies aren't like letting you join their union.
Of course not.
Like you're insured like all the rest of the banks.
Yeah.
You're everything all the rest of the banks are.
Yeah.
You can even
FDIC,
finance loans, but the people don't want to come to you for the loan because they're afraid that you don't have a branch in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
Which most likely, because of that location, they not letting the black bank come over.
So it's funny. On my podcast that I host every other Friday, I have different guests come through, and I plan to have you all three coming through.
Oh yeah.
But one of the guests I came through, his company's called The Plug, and it's like the black version of Amazon.
Okay.
And so it's where it's nothing but black businesses selling the same thing that other businesses on Amazon would sell, but it's black.
Right.
Called The Plug. And I'm wearing his shirt right now.
Okay.
But so it's just like whatever you need, whether it's cannabis, whether it's dental, clothing, hair, whatever.
That's pretty dope.
They're trying to put
Send me that
money.
link.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
I will. They're trying to put money back into the black community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
that us black people
I'm trying
can
to
support.
feed my people. I'm trying to buy farms.
So that we could buy.
There you go.
Yes, more farms.
No, I'm being for real.
That's true.
My whole philosophy right now is no matter how you
black
see
people who bought plantation in Atlanta.
Well, when you ride through Napa and you see these properties
that
are mainly
cultivation
and then a very nice, decent house in the center of it.
Oh yeah.
Right? If you don't get the concept of what's going on, let
me
break it down for you. The land is paying for itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if you don't see any vegetation there, like that's edible for you, there's gonna be a tractor come and scrape that up and turn it into hay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you have just natural grass. Yeah.
My whole
but
now
most
I
people
think
lease their land to farmers. Hell yeah, they make a lot of money.
I'm not after a Bentley. I'm not even after a bigger brick house than the one I just bought, right?
Yeah.
Because I didn't buy my house from hip hop. I bought it from working, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm like, if I could sell like enough records, I'm gonna buy enough land so that I can have a quick vineyard, a quick olive garden, and then a whole bunch of greens, and then a whole bunch of tomatoes, and then eventually I'll work my way around to the other vegetables, and I'll buy another plot of land over here because you know what?
We on the same page, Mike. We on the same page.
How many acres you trying to buy?
How many acres? I mean, as many acres as I can find my pockets to reach.
Going.
Because soon as I grab a plot of land,
I'll be happy with 5 acres.
Okay,
look,
all right.
As soon as I grab a plot of land, I'm gonna go and get a tractor right on it and start digging up the dirt and dropping fertilizer to make sure that immediately I can drop whatever's in season. I grew up where my mom was like a gypsy. She was a bartender. We didn't have much, right? I started out on my own and was homeless when I was popular. I was at, rocking Cheetia Hanatu's. I was rocking La Pena Cultural Center. Then I was turning around and going rock a Maritime Hall. Then I was rocking the Elbow Room, then the DNA Lounge.
In Frisco, and Elbow Room's in North Beach.
And the Kennel Club, the Crash Palace, everything that the Visadero did been, right?
Okay, because I remember I've been there
But
before.
I was leaving from my venue after rocking the concert. And everyone was going home, and I was too embarrassed to be like, I'm kind of homeless. I was like, I'm going home. I'll see y'all later.
Car, right?
I'll see y'all later. And I let everybody pull away, and I'd get on the bus, and I would sleep. And I did that for a few years, honestly.
I've been there, I've been there, bro.
Until a friend of mine's mom was like, look, I noticed you've been keeping a job. You're staying active.
Yeah.
But you perpetrating. I know what you're going through. You can stay here until you get on your feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shouts out to Deja and Tanya Dennis. But you know what I mean? Like that's how I got on my feet.
Yeah.
And so from there, my feelings is if you grind real hard, even if it's a little step, eventually you'll accomplish something. And now I own a house, right?
Wow.
Now the concept is every time I'm out grinding, I got to make sure I don't miss that note, right? Because if I keep building this credit and stay on top, I'm after my property, which ain't gonna have a house on it. It's just gonna be making money. Then I'm gonna keep growing. You know, this is the way I'm thinking as a grown man, and I'm trying to sell that to the people.
Exactly.
You're doing it right.
Yeah.
Congrats to you.
Oh, yeah.
Flowers to you, like they say, give flowers to those that are alive and doing it well while they're still here.
But look, I know the truth. I just incurred the debt. All right. I wasn't gonna get the business loan to open up my hip hop cafe, where it's a cafe and a restaurant in the day, and then I clean out the tables, and now I got KRS-One and Tajay performing. Like, you know, that's what I want. I want a nightclub. I want a strip club, since I managed strip clubs for years, right? I want to do that, right? But I won't get the loan to get the insurance to open the business. It's not just rent the space. I can rent the space. That's a debt. The insurance, all the things I need necessary.
Property taxes.
Oh yeah. It's a process. Definitely a process.
It's a process. I will get it. I just have to pay more. So I'm working hard to get it. So anyway, on a different light, let's talk some more hip hop shit. All right.
Where do you? I mean, okay, go ahead.
So look, you mentioned something that sparked the energy of what's real hip hop and where the culture is, right? And like I was trying to explain, my point of view is that I came up when hip hop wasn't so divided. So to me, it's all hip hop, right? We just might not necessarily understand that energy over there all the time. Yeah. And they don't want to understand ours because we told them they wasn't authentic because they didn't sound like boom bap enough.
Exactly.
All right? So now we're at a point where we need each other for our music to garner more financial capital from the labels, because we obviously generate more money than other music, because now every music has hip-hop influence.
In reality,
I never thought about it like that, to be real.
Okay.
Like, you know,
well, still the biggest business, like what, $30-40 billion a year industry, hip hop alone. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Still one of the biggest. You know what I mean?
But like, the way what you were saying is like, you know, not to.
But I'm with you though, like
tasting it, but like kind of you know, nurture it to where it's like, you know, you collaborate, I guess, or.
I get mad when people don't perform live and they have all the main original track and they're just rapping with the track.
Oh, are we talking karaoke?
Sometimes
karaoke, Mike.
Sometimes falling completely off and letting the music perform for them, right? But I recognize that it has been going on in the industry, and pop artists did it, and that people are going to ignore it when they see their favorite artist.
I have something to say about that, because I rap over my tracks sometimes. And
we call it karaoke.
It's not that my tracks are louder than my vocals at all. It's just they're just a backup. You know what I mean? However, I do say artists, I've been in plenty of showcases, I've thrown many showcases where artists, the music is louder than their voice, and it's like training wheels.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's the engineer sometimes, right? Because
I was gonna say on my phone, sound guy.
That's
you gotta
be
good.
I don't find a conflict in rapping over your vocals.
Well, see, the reason why look, the reason why
real old school hip hop heads. I
feel that.
That's a no.
But it's like people at the end of the day, they want to see a show.
Conflict. Look, I don't care, right? But I care, right? Because look, I don't
like
care,
that too,
but I care.
In a way, yes.
Listen, this is why. This is why. All right. So when someone is performing, their energy level controls the energy they're giving to me. When the vocals is there, the vocals on the track is forcing the energy to where even when the artist feels like they needed to say that a little different, they feel off. The track can throw the artist off. The track can sometimes be so.
I understand it's programmed.
Right.
Yes.
And so what happens is I'm not really hearing you perform.
And
I'm watching.
He's right.
And no, you're right. And
because there's a lot of like verses where people talk about a city.
Right.
When you don't rap over your vocals, you usually change that city to the city that you're in.
Right.
You know
what I'm saying? Oh, I'm in Oakland. I'm in Sac.
Right.
Now, if you have
do this for 50.
Yes, you want to say I'm in San Diego,
you do this
I'm
50
in-
shows.
but you
so-
can't say it if
Right.
your song
Right.
says the same city every
True
night.
that.
Look,
True
you
that.
do this 50
That's
shows.
one thing.
Look, you do this 50 shows, 50 nights. You rehearsed it for 100 times before you got up there.
You should know
right?
your shit.
And,
Yes.
and the DJ's cutting it in and out. So
Now
you
the-
can give a fun
Yeah,
show
Yeah.
like
No,
this.
you're right.
I'm
You're
not
right.
saying that you can't give me a
Now,
fun
there's
show.
nothing wrong with like
but as a hip hop artist,
or what we call,
and
you
as
know,
an
the
MC,
ad-libs, the
I want
background, you know what I mean?
I
There's
want to
nothing with
feel you
that.
perform. If Prince can get on Soul Train, which was all about lip syncing for almost every
In
artist,
reality,
and say I won't perform on Soul Train at all unless you
He
let
could do
me.
it live.
let me go live.
Let me go live.
I read DMX on Dave Chappelle's show. His DJ was playing live vocals. And DMX like, wait, cut the shit.
Yeah.
He was like, man, take
Yeah,
the
yeah,
vocals off,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
He was like, I want to rap live, man.
I need the
Like,
instrumental, yeah.
Maze, you
but
see, you know my
I'm
stuff,
just saying, from a fan's
I ain't seen
perspective
it. I
and
gotta
a
see it, yeah.
business perspective,
Oh yeah, they don't.
nobody really gives
Of
a
course
shit.
not.
Well, I mean that's
Well,
But
that's
you
the
do
thing.
it for you though. Like, hey, I'm gonna
You
rap
know
this
what?
shit
So-
live.
in
But-
a
but-
major
but
in the chitlin
it
circuit.
really and it
no
depends.
one cares.
And
Look,
it really depends
Yeah.
how loud you have your shit. If you got your shit
That too.
matching the way I'm talking now, then it's like,
it
okay.
ain't. No. Look,
ain't.
that's
Well, for us-
that's for the ear aesthetics.
Right, but if you
Look,
have your shit on low,
you're not
just
going to
for-
get
if you
performance.
gotta pick
look,
up on
look,
something.
you're not going to
You know
get
what I mean?
performance aesthetics. Listen, you're going to get ear aesthetics, but you're not going to get performance aesthetics unless your show contains dancing.
I agree with
I was
that.
gonna say, or have
Okay.
somebody else singing with
So-
you, like
so-
a,
I agree
a
with
hype,
that.
a hype
So
man.
look. You're going to get an ear aesthetic if he's keeping up with his vocals and performing it, cool. But if he takes his vocals off, you're going to get a performance aesthetic. And that performance aesthetic, if a person can't deliver, he sinks below the music. And
Right,
so,
no, I understand what you're saying.
and
Yeah,
so
yeah,
the
yeah.
industry
Yeah.
who spend their money on these artists who cannot really perform the work.
No, that you are totally right about that.
All right,
I
they
agree
have
with
to
Because
depend on
artists,
that.
at the end of the day, I'm just saying it doesn't matter for artists does that. But when it comes to reality, you better know how to motherfucking rap live
Right, exactly. So
without a track.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. I'm just saying, whether you do that or not, that's up to you. That's fine. Regardless of what performance you're at.
To each
But
their own.
if somebody says, "Look, this is the BET Hip Hop Awards or the Grammys," you have to rap live. That's why I'd be like, "Where's your skill?"
oh yeah.
But you know
Let
what
me
though?
see it.
Look,
Where's
cut
your
that
skill?
out.
Let me see it.
Cut that out
Where's your
because they
skill?
let them at those awards, right? They
Lip
let
sync?
them they let them lip sync. They let them not necessarily lip sync, but they put their vocals over some of those people.
I will say, hey, look,
All right?
I will say
and
this.
And let's not forget.
They
I will
probably
say this.
pre-record a lot of
Let's
shit
not-
doing that.
let's-
Yes,
not
they
forget-
pre-record shit. Look,
Look.
I will say this. Sorry, not to cut you off, but like, they honored Taylor Swift, and she did like maybe about 4, 5, 6 of her songs. You can't tell me all that shit was live.
Yeah.
Come on, look.
You can't tell
Janet
me all that
Jackson
shit
is
was
gonna
live.
have.
And
Janet-
she's great.
Look.
Taylor Swift, you are a great artist.
Look, Janet Jackson's gonna have this point where the music and the vocals are there.
Well, she's a dancer.
Then
that's
she's
different.
going to come in and she's really
But she's
going
a
to make
dancer.
sure that she delivers. All right?
Yes.
Michael would do something similar where he would do a lot of lip syncing, but then he would come in and he would really deliver. But Prince, why
Like on the high
I
notes.
considered him my favorite artist, is he would
delivers at
start
all
from the
times.
beginning to the
Deliver
end.
from the end,
He
yeah.
would deliver every part, including what he played.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, it's about the performance.
And you know, he's actually the real, true first independent, really artist, Prince.
Well, yeah, no,
Symbol
He
of
owned
the
all
symbol.
his masters,
No,
pretty much. But he owned all his masters.
no.
Well, what I call independent, because he owned all his
he's
masters.
the
He
first.
went diamond,
He's the
so-
first independent megastar.
Megastar, there you go.
When he called himself the symbol.
Right. And just think how he had to obtain that. He had to throw away everything that he had built.
Yep.
All right.
Start over,
And he
yeah.
had to trust into the fact that he was so one of a kind
And his fans would
that
still
he
be
didn't
there.
even
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
name himself.
I can't
Yeah.
believe he's dead. Like,
Prince-
I don't look at his death as
Yeah.
reality for some reason. Like,
It's-
doesn't seem
Yeah,
like
he-
he's dead. But yeah.
Yeah, no,
How
That man
about
was
this?
amazing.
How about this? Since you talked about that, yeah, I agree with that, right? All you fucking drug dealers that's selling cocaine with fentanyl, stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Please stop.
Look,
I've already
quit
lost
doing coke
3.
a long time ago.
I've lost 3 people.
But obviously,
we've lost so many. How many? You probably know maybe more than I. I've lost 3 people in the last month. In the last month.
What's fentanyl? What is that?
Fentanyl is a drug.
Fentanyl
is an antidepressant?
No. Fentanyl is a very strong narcotic.
Was that prescribed to him?
Well, no. It can be prescribed.
It's a street drug now.
What is it? Black
It's like a powder drug.
And he took that.
Well, they're using it to cut cocaine.
They don't know that's in it though, and like a little bit.
They're using it to cut cocaine. Is what a lot of people do. Or some people just smoke it. Period. Fentanyl. Yeah. It's bad. I've had 3 people die in about a month.
Listen. No.
Young people, my age, 36, 35.
My mom. Look. This is how I explain it. I know my mom dabbled with a little powder in her time before she passed away in her time. Right?
Both my parents were heroin addicts.
I know a lot of people see all these movies with these people that did cocaine. I know y'all heard about all those famous people that got arrested.
Still doing it.
Because they had some cocaine. Okay, but none of them motherfuckers had died over fentanyl like we have now. Now we've gotten to the numbers. Look, the numbers locally for people who have friends probably hits in the 5s and the 10s.
Bro, I lost 3 people in San Francisco in a matter of a week.
If we tallied up all the people over the past 7 years that have died, whether it been from fentanyl and ecstasy or fentanyl and anything else, and you guys know Prince died of an overdose of fentanyl, whatever else he was taking.
And that was a lack of his medication.
No, he had enough fentanyl in his body to kill a lot of people.
That shit is bad. It stops your heart.
That was prescribed to
stops
him?
your heart.
No,
Prince.
Somebody
you gonna tell
gave
him no?
Something bad.
You gonna tell Prince no if you ask for it?
Right.
You gonna tell Prince no?
Somebody gave him something bad.
Of course,
man.
He's paying the doctor a shitload of money. Doctor's
Somebody
gonna
gave
get
him something bad.
the same thing that happened to him happened to
Mike.
Michael, pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean, pretty much the same shit.
Right.
Propofol?
You got the personal doctor. You're paying him a gazillion of dollars.
What was it?
You think he's gonna tell you no? Oh no, we'll go get it. We'll be right back.
Looks like
What
perfume.
was
We'll be right back.
What was it that what the drug was for Michael?
No, Michael Jackson was doing some type of
It was
blood.
it was a
flushing or
sedation
something.
drug. He was
And
doing propanol. He was doing propofol, which
But
is
almost
the
the
drug
same kind of
they
shit.
give you when they sedate you before they do surgery.
Right.
So it
I
relaxes
had
you
surgery.
like a
I had my
motherfucker.
fibroids removed, 20 of them, and that's what they sedated me with.
Yeah.
And you fall into a deep sleep, and you wake up naturally like 3 or 4 hours later. But if you take that shit every day,
and probably
and
a
you
lot.
overdose it,
Bro, look, that's what we
Gotta
that's
stop
what
it.
we
Gotta
believe.
stop it.
Look, that's what we believe was the pop, right? That's what we believe was the pop, right? We don't know if he was told.
right?
look, we gonna
Conrad
do
Murray.
this,
I mean, yeah.
you know,
But the thing is, Conrad Murray is guilty for.
No,
You're
he
the
served his
physician.
time, and he was.
You're the physician.
He served his time, right? But
What,
he,
for 6 months?
No, he served his time, right? Because
yeah.
he served his time. He did more than that, and
It's
he
my
served
phone
his
says
time.
charging. What was it?
But he
Yeah,
also
I
got
think it's
discredited and
charging.
broke down because
Yeah,
he was
someone
doing
said
his
this.
thing.
A lie.
He says,
Yes.
all right, that he does not believe that it was the right thing if something was done to the stuff that he was using. Meaning he believes he was set up to kill him. He believes everybody used him as the scapegoat, and he's mad about it. Guess what? All gossip and all rumors, we can just lay to rest and go down to one particular thing. I don't know enough about Michael Jackson case, but I know that Prince had fentanyl in whatever the fuck he took. I know that I lost a few friends to fentanyl-laced cocaine and one to fentanyl-laced ecstasy, right? And I used to pop ecstasy pills and fuck bunch of girls and have a great time. And if you told me that taking that pill, I might not come back,
Oh hell no.
I wouldn't take it, which is why I won't party at all ever again.
Right.
Why? Because
you never know nowadays.
Well, yeah.
look, obviously, there is somebody that thinks that this is okay.
Yeah.
I want to say, if you listening to this and you's a hip hop cat that gets high, other than Bud, because there are,
Right.
there are,
There's a lot.
right?
A
There
lot.
are.
Yep.
Get yourself a tester. All right.
Make sure you know what you're doing.
And make sure you know what you're doing, because some sucker is plotting to get you to come back, and he think it's based on
And
fitness.
I might start. I kind of think it might be a little even bigger, like some kind of conspiracy shit.
I believe so.
You know what I mean? Because you're looking how many people died in San Francisco in the last 6 months of fentanyl. It's fucking. Like, wait a minute, how come no eyebrows are being raised? Like, wait a minute, you got body after body every day, and no one's saying anything? Like, wait a minute. Like, hold up, you know what I mean?
They're saying, look, fentanyl been a problem for some years, so just like all problems with the community, they let it be a problem for a while, and they wait for you to have complained about it so much that they can say, what is that, man? Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yep.
All right? So we know that they want to incriminate us black folks so they can say that frisking us for no reason is acceptable. Why? Because we could be criminals. All right? They want to take away the opportunity for us to get a fair shake as being a decent human being so that they can say killing us was justified.
Right.
All right? So it becomes the same process in how they treat the druggie.
Yeah.
Okay? So, you know, well, they shouldn't even be doing drugs in the first place. Fuck fentanyl.
Yeah. I'm with you, Mike. Right. You heard it right here with Mike.
I understand from a physician's point of view, it's a hustle. Anytime you
ain't no money in curing people.
Medication, it's a percentage.
Ain't no money in curing people coming back.
Right. It's no better than us being cannabis influencers, whatever, or pyramids. Right?
Yeah.
Doctors collect the same kind of money.
I know for a fact.
We get a percentage.
You think every kid that grew up wanting to be a doctor want to be a part of the plot to not?
No, they want to be a true, reasonable, helpful doctor to help people out of their illnesses. Like yes.
Right.
But they didn't expect all the side effects. So that's why they have malpractice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Well, no. What happened?
Oh no, they see the money though.
They start getting us to sign away liability to come back and sue. So now everybody knows and understands now that whenever we go into these situations, we're asking a human being to help us live longer.
Let me take it to the next level then.
And they don't want to be responsible if we don't.
Let me take it to the next step, Mike. You gonna take the vaccine?
Absolutely not. Hell no.
Because it's gonna be mandated for many places. Your job. They already said it's gonna be at school. Like, you know, you go get a hepatitis shot for your kids. You have to get the COVID test now. Like, it's gonna happen.
Test of
it's gonna happen.
What's it called?
So you ain't gonna get it?
Look.
What if you had to get it at work?
First off, that's
what
a
if
fight.
you had to get it at work?
Let's be honest. Look, they said that because the people who want to push vaccine to the max need leverage to make vaccines something that they can always go to. All right? Okay? And there's people that believe that vaccine is damaging our kids, all right? And they can't do anything about it because they've already got the leverage to where we cannot sue them for the vaccine, all right? So they're going to keep pushing this fight as long as they can, okay? And we're going to keep fighting back. So there is no way that the fight is over for something that we haven't even found a cure for yet, and is only 6 months into, and 7 and 8 months into our existence.
I don't trust vaccine.
Hold on. When COVID is another form of SARS, by the way, and we didn't get a mandated SARS flu shot. Matter of fact, you still have the choice to go line up for your flu.
Yeah.
Okay? So as we move forward, I'm going to be part of the people that's going to be there saying absolutely hell motherfucking no.
Now, what if your work mandated it?
Huh?
What if your work mandated it?
Your what?
Your work. If your job.
Listen.
If they said we have to have everyone take a test or you can't work.
Listen. Most likely, my work will, if there is countries saying you can't fly into my country unless you've been vaccinated for such and such. Right? But this is the pandemic that is flown around, and if they come up with a vaccine, the truth is, if you can't test some medicine to help cure AIDS unless you put 20 years of testing in it, like they did with all the other so-called helps, then you're not going to tell me 2 years from the pandemic that this vaccine is mandatory and I have to take it and it works.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah, it's gonna be.
I'm gonna have a hard. I'm gonna have a
I'm
hard
skeptic
time.
as fuck.
I'm gonna have a hard time with a judge that slams the hammer on that,
Yeah.
not being a part of of an agenda to do a mass killing. So I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
that's where I stand with it. And you know what? I do know they're gonna try to mass kill us. So I expect to see
They've been trying.
someone standing in front of a judge with his hammer trying to mass kill us, and us fighting and arguing this very point.
Oh yeah.
All right? Because yes, if you come with something that is trusted, tested, tried, and proven, that is going to help us freely be away from something that would kill us and attack our vital deficiency, whether it be the kidney, the heart, whatever it is that's attacking.
Well, not everybody. Only about what?
Nah,
4 or 5%.
Look.
Everyone.
If it's, I'm gonna go on the limb and say this.
Because that's the thing.
Look,
The
I'm
more
gonna
and more we're seeing the survival rate is definitely
look,
telling me
this-
some other shit.
Look, the fact that they didn't call this, hold on, listen, hear this out. The fact that they didn't call this something totally all the way motherfucking something different, meaning no relation to SARS, is because it is a relation to SARS. It is a metamorphosis, something that is related to that, right?
Yeah.
So now, let's hear this out. Let's hear this. Hear me out for just 1 second about this, all right? It's not called something different because it is related to something they already know about. All right?
Well,
and
I definitely believe that shit.
and it has done something similar to what those countless years of SARS and different outbreaks have done. This is what it's done. It's hit someone with a flu-like symptom, and it's attacked their kidneys, it's attacked their arteries, and made them fail to the point to where not just 30%, 40%, people wake up after this sickness with 15% of their kidneys. And now they have to be, based on what science and doctors tell us, rushed to dialysis because now they're facing toxic capabilities that their body is going to rush them through, which can bring other damage. So if that is attacked and it lasts in the 3 weeks to 2 weeks time span to where it destroys your kidney, which something similar like that happened to my mom. 10 years later, my mom had passed away from kidney ailments, from a hemorrhage, from the spot where they do the dialysis. All right. But however, I remember she got sick from coming back from Mexico, and then all of a sudden she went to the doctor, and they was like, "Yeah, you have 15% of your kidneys."
Yeah, my dad lost his kidney.
All right.
Yeah.
So she got a sickness, a viral, that attacked her. All right. And now she was on dialysis. All right. Something quite similar to what people have been going through. But here's the thing. She's not alive for me to ask her, "Hey, when you got sick that time, was you hella wheezing? Like was you going through exactly what these people was going through? Or was it a tad bit off?"
Similar,
Right. Okay. So, but there's some people that are living that was sick last year.
Yeah.
That said, man,
Same.
based on what I heard about this sickness and based on what I see, nigga, I had that shit last year, right? And so on and so on, right? We can argue. People have a boat to hang on saying that this is a pandemic because of similar sicknesses and similar things that they can connect the dots. And it just so happens that those same similars are connected to the SARS strain, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now we're gonna move forward, and now we had this pandemic hit. We shut down the fucking world, right? And so that's reason to panic, yo. No, that's reason to panic.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's reason to panic. And it's a fool. It wasn't reason to panic when all pussy was tainted with AIDS. But it's reason to fucking panic.
Hey, I said that the other day, Mike. I was like, when AIDS came, did they tell everybody to stop fucking? Hell no, they didn't.
Hold on, listen.
They tell everybody to stop fucking.
Hold on, no, but people had their opinions about it. They swore it came only from the gays. They swore this and this and that.
Only from
Look. And you know what?
And you know who had to do with that, right? The guy who's in charge now, Dr. Fauci. He was a big part of the AIDS whole thing in the 80s. He was running some big lab for America when that came out. He has a lot to do with that. So it's kind of funny that here we are 30 years later, and he's the head of some other shit that's going on.
And you know what, though?
That's a whole nother episode.
Okay. No, it's not. No, it's actually the right chapter.
But
right? No, because I've been doing my studying, right? And they probably gonna assassinate me like they did Pac, because as I'm getting,
we hope not.
No.
You're revealing too much.
As I'm getting, as I'm getting smarter, and as I'm sitting around my good friends like Equipto and all of them, and, you know, he's so passionate about everything that he's into, right? And I'm watching him from afar because I've always avoided politics in music, right? But on the back end, I always felt like I wanted, you know, to care, right? But in these times, after digging my studies, it's going to be hard to not eventually come to a point where you have to kind of speak up. So if you're building a company and you're building cars, everybody's on the line. When the car's coming down the line, if something's wrong, you see something, you say something. So we don't send this broke-ass car out to someone who's buying it. Well, guess what? I'm seeing something.
Quality control, basically.
I'm seeing something, right? So let's dive in, all right? Let's dive in, all right? Make no mistake about it, when they say the conspiracy of killing people who have a voice amongst our community is a thing. I used to think it was like a facade of a story. Whatever, man. I even remember like, that a conspiracy, they killed him because he this and this. Well, guess what? It was proven that there was a conspiracy to kill Dr. Martin Luther King.
Oh, yeah.
And that they were involved in the actual hit. They even paid out to the family.
And you see how I kind of believe the story where they said that the doctor killed him. Because he was alive when he got to the hospital.
Right.
And there's a nurse, African-American lady, the nurse, they like made her leave, and as she was leaving, she turns around, she says, and the doctor puts a pillow over his head and killed him.
Holy shit.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up. She barely came out like in the last 10 years ago when she was an older lady, like in her 80s. She says, I clearly remember that the doctor put a pillow over his head and suffocated him.
Then that, look, I haven't.
He got shot?
No, he got shot, but when he was alive, when they brought him to the hospital.
And then she put the.
And then she said she was told to leave. You know, when the cops and the FBI came in, and she said she's leaving. She turns around and looks. You can see the window, you know, through the window of the doors at the hospital. She says she sees him suffocating.
Look, so look, if that's what her testimony is, most likely it would be in the testimonial case where the government was found guilty of the conspiracy to do this and paid out to the family. But guess what? That information,
I never understood that neither. Like, how can you be guilty over here but not guilty over here? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Speaking of that, R.I.P. to Breonna Taylor. Like, her family got a bunch of money for the settlement of her wrongful. No, what do you mean wrongful? If she died, that means somebody killed her. What the fuck are you talking about?
Because no matter what, look, this is what police reform, and this is what defund the police is about, right? All right, so look, let's talk about it. No one wants to take away someone who has the authority to come and stop and prevent a crime, or stop and prevent a murder, or stop and prevent a pedophile or a rape, right? Yeah. No one wants to stop this. No one wants to stop someone from protecting the community. No one wants to stop this. What we want to stop is the people who have that authority being able to be infiltrated by people who have an agenda to disenfranchise the black and brown community. Yes. Now, in their abilities to police and so-called protect and arrest the community, they have some leeway that needs to have the wiggle for the mistakes and the gray line.
I feel a lot of the problem is we need to be policing ourselves. So by that, what I mean by that is we need to have cops from our neighborhood that are cops.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
And
because
nobody wants to be it.
I think it's a little harder to shoot your neighbor, to shoot the neighbor if you know him.
I agree with that.
You're not going to shoot your neighbor. You know the dude, right?
Look.
I think that's the biggest problem. So I'm thinking, if anything, the cops might need a little more money to maybe give some incentives. Like, hey, you know, you might get a little bigger check if you live in this zip code. You know what I mean?
I agree with that too. But guess what? What's the real is? Let's talk about the real. All right. Since we want to talk about money, and we want to talk about lifestyle. In Marin County, Novato County, in areas like the deep back ends of Santa Rosa, or let's just go ahead and go into areas where the houses become more valuable and the land becomes more valuable, those officers are paid actually more than the officers in the heavy city.
Yeah.
Okay? Where there happens to be less businesses that project an opportunity for a fight at the bar, less opportunity for people to have a sideshow, less opportunity.
Crime rate is down.
Right. Okay, hold on. Let's talk about. But here's the next level. In those same areas, officers are approaching and approached in a different manner because of this. And so the officer catches the kid jaywalking and says, hey, you can't be doing this. The officer in West Oakland says, come here. What's your name? Where are you from?
What's in your pocket?
What's in your pocket?
Yeah.
All right. The officer over there catches the teenager doing something he shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
And he knows the small neighborhood that he polices. And he knows his daddy owns the shop up the street.
Exactly.
And what he does is he goes and he addresses the daddy. Look what your boy's doing.
Yeah.
There comes a village of people raising this child and allowing him to make the childish mistakes that we all make with a different pat and slap of training. It's not that he's not doing the same shit. It's just that his slap of training becomes a little bit different. Over here down the street, this brother up the street, what he knows is when the police roll, it look like they rolling on us. So he don't even want to see the police, and he don't even do no crime. He's a square. He's walking up the street bouncing his basketball in the hood, but he's scared because when they roll, they roll. But over there, when he's going up the street dribbling his ball, it's dark and it's the woods. He's worried the boogeyman's going to come out, and then the police roll by, and he feels safe. Because that guy might actually roll him to his father and protect him. Over here, that officer might actually shoot him because of his water gun. So I'm going to tell you that it's very hard for us to perceive it differently when we've been infiltrated. Just like every riot lately has been infiltrated.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm sorry to say, yes, rioting has happened in every fucking march that has been overpopulated for a very strong cause related to black police brutality. It has happened since every fucking riot. But guess what? These riots share something a little different. We were marching and we had dignified leaders we could count on that had power. So there was really truly no need to actually go turn up.
Yeah.
If I look, I didn't see the people who I know turn up. That I know personally that was in those turning up. But when I look and I see the damage that's being caused, that the cameras of the news was showing, I see a guy heavily wrapped up, black, look like towel almost. Almost hijab style around the head, the mouth, dropping all the way down over his all black shirt, black. And guess what? He's white.
Yep.
I see him doing something that's different, that don't remind me of a rowdy crowd walking past the shoe store, hitting the window and just saying, fuck it, let's just fuck this. No. See, that's what we used to do. It used to be an anger.
Oh, yeah, we know there's,
fuck this system.
There's definitely outside influence, though. There definitely is.
Let's call it out. Look, fuck the shit. They were planting bricks. That was proven.
To just say that
all
in
right?
Atlanta, yeah.
But hold on. Every image, hold on. Every image and 90% of the arrests that have happened for the ultimate vandalisms that are very publicized. And I'm not saying that white people aren't the main people justicing for peace.
Right.
Because let's be honest. Yes. The main person on the forefront doing good laws to help us, the main person on the forefront of this war has always been white people who did not want to deal with this. So let me go there. But the people that's hammering with fucking picks that you would use in fucking I don't know where, all right, on the goddamn concrete trying to tear up the property, the city property, or the rebellion.
Yeah.
The people destroying and showing up. Who the fuck gets a fucking fucking Big Joe, Jimmy Joe, whatever the fuck, pick, whatever fucking lift, fucking shit that you get at the construction site. No, the ones that the forklift.
Oh yeah.
How do you get a forklift? Drive through fucking Fairfield City, okay, and make it to the mall, and go inside the fucking Best Buy without someone saying, "We got a plan." Yeah. Hold on, fuck this shit.
Say it now.
Hold on, fuck this shit. Let's dive in. All right. They wanted to say that we were thugs, we were hoodlums, we were only at the Gucci store, we were only there to disturb and destroy shit. And you know what? For people who don't have a bone to pick in, who's on the sideline, no one wants to see their neighborhood torn up. Yeah. No one wants to see this shit. And for the people who aren't racist, who feel like their daddy didn't have a slave, they don't want to be involved in. I ain't got nothing to do with this slave. So they have a different argument. And they find themselves on the fence. Like almost wanting to just ride with the pro-white nationalists, but they don't want to be racist. But they believe in the ideology of like, I'm not tearing up this shit, and I represent my country.
Yeah.
So
patriotic.
So they're sitting in the middle. They're sitting in this island. I want to talk to you motherfuckers right now. All of you in that bracket. I want to talk to you right now. My grandfather fought in the war. My daddy fought in the war. My uncles fought in the war. They bred the flag. They brought some of their counterparts back from injury, saved their life. They made me get up every fucking morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, brush my teeth, fold my fucking bed up like I was in the fucking military.
Right.
All right? Taught me hard work and grit and grind.
Yep.
Okay? So I am of American blood. Okay? I don't care if I'm Creole. I don't give a fuck. I've been here. All right? So no one can say we're not patriotic because we're mad one of our fucking own got murdered. Okay? And if someone tears up some shit and we don't stop them, we're complacent. So everyone that's in the middle,
yeah.
If you see this person tearing up some shit, but you still aren't racist, instead of joining sides with the people who are, show up and stop the people from tearing up some shit and say, I'm still part of this fucking movement.
Right.
Let's get into the right. Fuck the wrong.
Well, we just gotta channel the energy to where it needs to be.
I feel like
definitely what it is.
I honestly feel like people like white people have a responsibility. I mean, forever, but like at this point right now, it's like we have a responsibility to like really, have that, use the privilege that we have to like make sure that we can progress things and like, do our part. Because man, it's like white people that are on the fence, it's all lives matter bullshit, blue lives matter bullshit. Like,
but you know what? All lives matter. Black lives matter.
Yeah.
Okay. All lives.
Well,
look. Every race matters.
Talib, he said it best. He said it's like if there's a fire, right? You see the fireman going, right? Mm-hmm. Sure. All houses matter when there's a fire, but my house is the one that's on spot, not yours.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's just hit me in the head. That made a lot of sense. It's
Yeah.
when a fire breaks out, all houses do matter. But your house is not the one on fire. My house.
They want to discredit. They want to discredit the movement, and it worked because now, when our own people hear it, it kind of itches a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, and we have a point of view. We're trying to get people to be socially aware that the product that we pay our taxes for to protect us has been infiltrated to demonize us.
Oh, of course.
And that we now have been crying some shit that has always haunted us. Look, anytime something happened that was racist and a black man said it was a racism thing, for years they laughed. Hey, yeah, you guys always pull the race card.
Yeah.
I'm not a racist. I have a black friend.
Got one.
And look, and I'm saying it like that.
Gotta have the one,
look,
right?
I'm saying it like that because the real person who has no racist feelings in their body and has the real black friends and fights for it, he don't really care to say that or broadcast it. He just fights it.
I got friends. That's all I got.
All right? Look. The real person who looks at humans as humans, he sometimes can be confused if he's on another racial side of the fence and still not have a racist bone in his body. But we have political views too. We have social atmospheres. I hate going to Richmond. Why? Because my peoples act like they don't give a fuck when they in Richmond.
Well,
it's my peoples.
They kind of don't.
I don't look.
I know what you're saying.
Look,
Yeah.
It's my peoples. I still love my peoples.
You should be comfortable when you go there, right?
Look, fucking Dave Chappelle captain said he don't want nothing to do with Long Island. I thought it was funny, right? But, sometimes we go into a place and we see some shit about our own kind we don't like. I'm sure there's a white person that's looking at their own kind sometimes going, I don't like this. I'm sure I got some country-ass cousins in the South that I'd be like, you country motherfucker. And I bet you it's a city white person say that about his country white part. Right?
Yeah.
Look, we can keep going for that. But right now, if people are going to try to use what's going on in that riot, that damage that's going on, and say that our people are just the thugs that we were, then I'm gonna say, like Mayor Giuliani, who said his crime was down and we need to worry about black on black crime. Okay, I thought about that shit for a while because, we need to work on black crime. That is factual, right? But then I thought about it. You know why our black on black crime sticks out to them as something they can use against us? Because we're what? Like 35% of the fucking count as what they say, right? But yet we hold up like what? Like 90% of the fucking jail? I mean, goddamn it, right? So what they're basically saying is that this, look,
that's money in the bank.
Look, this small,
you're a commodity. You know what I mean?
This small group of people.
When they ended slavery, that's when the prison system.
So we get to say that
look
the
back,
majority
go look at history. That's when the prison started after slavery.
But here it is.
There was maybe one or two prisons in the whole America before that.
Here it is. This is how they get to use this. Hold on. This is how they get to use this. So look at the pie. It's 100 motherfuckers. I got 30 of them that's black. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. 15 of them is in fucking jail.
Exactly. That's
half of them. Or out of that 15, about 0.3 is on paperwork, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got about 40% Hispanic, all right, and about 10% Indian. When I want to say that might be jaded numbers because it might go across the board, right?
Yeah.
And then you end up with a whole whopping fucking 50 to 60% white. Okay? So, yes, more white people get killed by cops. Did they tell you that almost all of the white people that were killed by cops were armed in a shootout in some type of situation with the cops? Did they tell you? All right? That they also were going down for They were also going down for drug dealing, racketeering,
Hispanics, Asians. A lot of people have been going down because of police.
The numbers
police
are jaded. Look, the numbers are jaded. And what they use in the twist is the demographic.
Them, they don't discriminate.
Look, the demographic still says majority of our crime happens from us. Why? I'll just keep it real with you. Niggas get money and they can't even leave the hood really still. Right? Hold on. Niggas get money. Look, they buy the house outside the hood, but they pull back up.
And they stuck with that house.
And they flow in the look. It just so happens that I don't know too many niggas that wanna go to the hood and pick a fight over where it's nothing. Like I don't know the niggas like, you know what? I'm going to Butte County, blood. You coming with me? Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm going.
Brett, remember Jennifer Hudson?
Yeah.
From American Idol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Her whole family in Chicago got shot up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, her brother-in-law.
It was her sister and the
sister's boyfriend
and the mom and the nephew.
Look,
yeah.
You want to know why Chicago got it bad?
It was the ex-boy. It was sister's ex-boyfriend.
Chicago got it bad for one reason.
She vlogged them the next day. Look how he looks at me.
Chicago got it bad for one reason, and
My
it's
mom's
documented.
from Chicago.
Look, it's documented.
So it's like,
look.
like,
Chicago's a beautiful. Look. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Chicago.
Listen. No, it's not. It's exactly like everybody else's. It's just one thing different. Beautiful place, lots of music, lots of culture, lots of unity and hood. But
yes, definitely, I agree with that.
But
yeah,
even lots of black money. Hold on. But they was leaving big ass containers, the big old metal containers that you store shit at the construction site at. Right? They was leaving those on a train track in an area where usually trains keep rolling. In the hood of Chicago with the lock. Hold on. With the lock unlocked but still on it. And when people was opening it up, they was finding semi-automatic Uzis.
But I got
hold on. Listen, hear this out. It went on for not months, but years. Years. To the point to where the word was, if you really needed guns.
Go to the train track?
No. If you really, no. Listen, hear what I'm saying. If you really needed guns, back in the day, I'm talking about back in the day, if you really needed guns, nigga, if you wanted Uzi, if you wanted to look like Ice-T on the cover, nigga, if you wanted guns, you probably needed a Chicago Connect. Look.
But I will say this, because I got a homie that we do a lot of podcasts with in Chicago, and he says it all the time. You know, Chicago's got a bad rep for certain neighborhoods because all of Chicago is now fucked up like you think it is. He said that perception is so misled on the news. You know what I mean? He goes, he's from Southside. He's like, there's so many beautiful neighborhoods, and he's like, where I live, there's all black people.
Bro.
Everybody
like,
works.
Not even trying to fucking
there ain't no. I ain't heard gunshots
like
in a long time.
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? It's not even strategy.
Definitely the perception
They're just really just
way. You know what I mean?
Fucking insane.
My mom is born and raised Southside Chicago.
How does this sound? Look, let's be honest. People are using their logic.
And they moved in the suburbs part.
30 people got shot over the weekend.
They moved in the
at a party in Chicago. This is how it sounds. Look.
Chicago has a nice suburbs part as well.
Like the west side.
Right, exactly.
30 people got shot in Chicago over the weekend, right? Here's why 30 people can get
I
shot
always look at numbers,
over the weekend and
talking
it's still
a
be a
million
good place to
people
live.
are more living in Chicago.
Look, this is why it's a good place to live, though.
The highest population.
I would say second, because I think
if I shoot a 9,
I think Houston is number one.
If I shoot a 9mm,
Atlanta or Houston might be number one. Because they judge it by the area. Well, New York City is.
How many rounds I'm
I guess like the county-wise or something like that. I think Houston is like actually.
Like I might get 9.
Big, yeah.
I might get 10. Right. Look, but if I shoot a handgun or a nice good Glock out here, I'm gonna get some rounds off. Right? But if everybody who got guns got the kind of guns that shoot off 50 rounds when you pull it, Of course, 5 motherfuckers got hit on this drive by.
It's like militia drops.
The numbers game.
Like, that's fucking crazy.
Nah,
so
man,
he
hey.
let out though. It's not as bad as, but they gonna make sure you heard. Everybody who got that bullet.
I should have brought my chart.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how like this isn't like.
My mom is from Southside Chicago, and up until maybe 6 or 7 years old, she went to schools that didn't have a lot of money.
I know. Look,
and
in
then
Chicago, I love y'all. I know y'all some real niggas dealing with some real shit. And y'all got some real big heavy toys out there.
And
look, if y'all got fuck with me, please call me first before y'all pull out those big heavy motherfucking toys.
And so it's funny, my dad's from Modesto.
That's crazy.
Which is Cowtown.
I'm from Stockton,
Yeah, so my dad, he was raised in Modesto, and my mom is from Southside Chicago. And so when they met each other at San Jose State, it was like, it was like a whole different thing. But I'm glad they met because they made me, they made my brother, and I'm gonna say this. Black people, we could all be different black people. We could all be different black people. Like, I know people may look at us like, oh, well, you're black and we're white, or we're this, so you can't relate. There's different kind of black people within black people, too.
You know what? There's some white people that can't relate to white people, right?
Well, that's what I was getting to.
Okay.
There's some Asians that can't relate to each other. Some Indians
I would
that
say, I would say that would kind of be me, because my dad's white. But I was raised by my mom who's Puerto Rican, you know what I mean? So definitely, and I didn't even know my white family till I was like older, because my dad was in prison. And then it's crazy because my dad was in prison.
But look,
my dad was in prison. My dad was in prison.
Your white dad?
My dad, yeah, he was the bad one. So the good white boy turned out to be the bad one.
See, I feel like
so he did like 18 years in prison. You know what I mean?
Hold on. How you?
But he comes from that good family. You know what I mean?
And he's and my white homie right here, right? Look, let me say.
So I know what you're saying by that.
There's no such thing as the good white boy, right? Look, everything that America got, they got it with violence. Okay. They got independence with violence.
No, Mike, you hit me right on the head, because this is what I tell people.
We are all
This is what I tell people.
Look,
all the protesting, all the voting, all that shit, none of it's gonna work. The only way you're gonna take the power back is the same way the white man got it.
But
by force.
We are humans. Look, we are humans.
By force. He ain't gonna give up no power. Never. Look how much money he's made.
You put enough men in the room.
Only way to take it back is the way they took it. By force.
But
you put enough men in the room and don't let them get the touch. Look.
At the end of the day,
straight men. You put them in a room and you say, look, y'all. If you really truly straight, you're not gonna touch each other. You can't have no pussy for 5 years. You're stuck in this goddamn room.
Why I never been to prison?
And then you send in.
Why I never been to prison?
Hold on. You send in the top-notch, beautifulest porn star who got the skills and they know it.
Yeah.
And you send her in and you say, look, right now, the only person who gonna get these hoes today is the person who wins the battle royal fight between y'all. The squarest, softest nigga might all of a sudden have some balls.
Oh yeah.
So, can I ask you this, Mike?
I like the analogy, but yeah.
I'm saying,
Go ahead. No,
I'm saying we're all men, and we're all gonna eventually become violent at nature, okay? And we all can get emotional and irrational and make some fucked up decisions.
So, Mike, are you with a black woman, Hispanic woman, or white woman?
I've been with sisters. I've been with them all, but my girl right now is Tibetan and Hindi.
Whoa, explain that.
Well, so Tibet is basically Asian. She's her mom is Hindi, all right, and her dad was Tibetan, all right.
Now what's Tibetan?
Tibetan is like like look, they're Asians that's located in the Himalayan mountains. China has conquered Tibetan, and Tibet is under their rule, and a lot of Tibetan people didn't like that and fled.
So is there a religion
and she was a refugee.
Follow?
She's a refugee. So when you hear, have you ever heard of the Free Tibet concerts or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, Tibet has been under conquer and been refugees for some time. All right?
So now is there a religion that you follow based on that, or?
I mean, just like
is it Buddhism or no?
Let's drop a bomb that some people who don't travel don't get to notice. There's white Muslims, and there's every religion exists in every continent. Yeah. Now, what originated from those continents still varies. What they were worshiping, what they were studying in their areas still varies. But Christianity is in Africa, even though people say we were studying and worship. It is in Africa, as well as Muslim, as well as Buddhism, as well as Hinduism, as well as 5%ers, as well as apostle, as well as Jehovah's Witness, as well, right? Okay. Here's something. Jehovah's Witness used to run around like they were the ultimate religion, and only so many thousands of them would make it to heaven, and you had to join with them and follow and believe in Jehovah's teachings, or else you wasn't gonna make it to heaven. This was their teaching. All right, but yet there's racist Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah. All right. The oxymoron of life will always show its face, right? You can close your eyes, though, and you can look around and see that we build and destroy here on Earth. Man does. So we're doing very God-like things. We're creating life. We're taking life. We're building ecosystems that generate and destroy life, right? So we're doing God-like things, whether we're white or black. So, there's an argument about the original man, right? We can argue who the original man was, and we can find it based on science, right? But man is creating life, building, and destroying here on Earth. Okay? So at some point, we're going to destroy this bitch.
Oh, yeah.
All right? Because
every day we are.
And because the one thing that's proven and tested in time is evolution. Yeah. All right? And we can look and see that telegraph is not the same. We can look and see that our hair is not the same. We can see that my teeth spread. We can see that one day she was not into sucking dick. Now she swallowed. Hey. Okay? Look.
Now she's taping herself swallow.
Hold on.
Where's this road going? I might like it.
Right.
Where we going, Mike?
I'm vulgar because I want to be extreme. I want to make a point here.
I'm with it. I like it.
All right? I want to make a point here. That everything that we think is what is not what it seems. All right? Sure. While we over here looking for holier than thou, the holier than thou is when we really answered the call of what we know is right in our heart. And if you've been convinced that something is right that you know is causing conflict that seems wrong, maybe you should question the right. And I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time wanting.
Because like we're born with a lot of like our essence, like not to kill your mother.
Right.
Hey, but some people have.
Some people don't.
No.
But
some people. Hold on. Let's talk about that.
Some people we're born with that. You know what I mean?
Some people have moms that had life hit them to the point to where they treated their child, or where their child would want to kill them.
Like the movie, like Precious.
I was like that. My grandparents raised me.
Remember the movie Precious?
My mother wasn't around.
I know somebody whose mom was so fucked up in the head. Okay, and I knew the mom personally, and I knew the child personally. My mom wasn't like that. I lucked up and had a mom that was blatantly real. I'm next.
Oh, you're right? You got it, Mike?
Right. But these people, right? These people that have lived this life, like, okay, look, check this out. There's someone who got raped by someone that they hated. All right? Hold on, here's the story. They got raped by someone that they hated. But because their mom, their dad, and the religious point of view stuck out, they said, no, you cannot have an abortion.
Yeah.
And so that person had this child, right? Then this person went through something else in life, right? Now they got emotional issues. Yeah. And what they do is they wake up and they look at this child that looks like the person that hurt them the most.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Right?
Yeah,
and now they're mistreating this child. Now, a lot of times people notice that and save the child, but there's people that don't notice that, and that child lives, grows, and experiences this experience. and then they go out into the real world thinking that fuck your mama.
You got this.
Right? Right? So if their attitude is fuck my mama, right? How can you expect them to say love your mama? Of course their attitude is going to be fuck your mama.
Wow.
Because their attitude is fuck my mama.
So Mike, let me ask you this question. Can I call you Mike? Or Mic.T?
Yeah, Mike. Look, you can call me.
Well, Mike-T. I want to know what's best. I go by Keldamuzic.
Look, they call me Wall Street. They call me Michael Wall Street. They call me Mic.T.
And
a lot of people want to just call me Mic.T because that's what I grinded up for, right? But legally, and artist-wise, and brand-wise, I have to.
Brand-wise, I'm Keldamuzic.
I have to put Mic.T. Michael Wall.
Okay, Mic.T. So, seeing what hip hop is today from younger artists, have you been paying attention? What's your take on it? Who's your favorite, if there is any? Who are you feeling? And where do you feel like hip hop is going towards?
My favorite artist right now, the most versatile, the one who's delivered enough lyrics and also enough character is Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, Kendrick Lamar.
Okay. And I'm not saying that because it's a fad.
Look,
listen.
I like
Baby.
The Baby, a little baby.
The Baby got bars.
Huh?
Look.
The Baby.
Okay. I like both of them. I like both of them.
Suge.
I like Lil Baby.
She talking about Suge. Right? Look.
Lil Baby's cool too. But The Baby, he's doing his thing.
He's dope. No,
he's
dope.
doing his thing.
Look.
He got bars. He got hooks. He got the right sound.
He got hands.
He got, oh man.
You know, he killed a bunch of people too, right? They tried to rob him in Walmart, and he killed him in Walmart.
Right.
He shot him, killed him.
Look.
Your boy.
Look. I like the Baby. I do.
I just heard about him smacking the girl.
Look, I do like the Baby
rob
style.
Him in Walmart with his kid.
It's no secret that he was on a roll amongst underground niggas and mainstream niggas. Right, all last year he was the hottest nigga for a hot little minute.
I mean, you gotta get used to these niggas.
No, he was the
No, he don't. He don't need to get used to him.
And he gonna be hot.
Because if he feels it's not for him, it's okay.
Okay.
The point is, don't hate on these kids.
Don't hate. Right. Okay. There you go. Yes.
Let these kids do what they gonna do.
But don't hate.
I do support them. You know what I mean? But I don't hate on them.
But
look, and I like some of it.
Let me make an argument. Let me make an argument. Look, let me make an argument.
To me, I'm like, we gotta learn how to like all of them and not necessarily adapt to their style, but know that if we want to get music out there again in today's society, it's through people like them.
Look, but hear this out. Look. I said Kendrick Lamar for one reason.
I love Kendrick Lamar.
Look, the reason why I chose him, right? The reason why I chose him, right? The reason why I chose him is because he's made, guaranteed, a song that touched me as a hip hopper. He's made a song guaranteed that touched me as a West Coast hip hopper, and he's shown versatility to be able to do a lot of different things. Now, him, and then I fall right behind someone who everyone's gonna throw right with him, which is J. Cole.
I was about to say J. Cole.
I like him a little more.
I like the Baby, right? But you know,
Lil Baby good too.
Like right now, who I would die to see if everybody was out here in concert.
Who?
I want to go see Freddie Gibbs.
Ooh.
And I don't want to see him perform everything that he got on his roster.
I gotta educate myself.
I mean, I've been like barely getting on him lately, but I've been on him tough this quarantine, bro.
I mean,
Freddie Gibbs is sick.
One of my favorite rappers ever is one of my friends, and that's Planet 8.
He's
right?
from Indiana, from Gary, Indiana. He's fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's dope though. I don't know what you consider. What do you consider Freddie Gibbs? Is he underground or not? I mean, I guess
he
he
is.
is.
Young dude?
No, he's probably about our age, man.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
His 30s.
No, he's older. I just seen him on Drink Champs. I think he's 34 or 35.
Drink Champs, he gotta be older.
Oh yeah, no, he was on there with Daz.
You know what though?
No, but he was on there. It was his birthday, and he was like, he's 36
Hey,
or
yo,
37.
Freddie, if you're out
shout
there
out Freddie
listening,
Gibbs.
come fuck with Mic.T, man. Let's do one.
For sure. Freddie Gibbs. His videos are awesome. I love his videos.
The Mad Lib shit he did.
The Mad Lib shit he did was dope. The one with fucking Rick Ross. Oh, that's my song.
Oh, shit, you know anything Rick Ross touches.
So he's got songs with Rick Ross. He's got songs with like all the famous people too. So he's definitely on that level. Scotty Beam. That's the song. Scotty Beam. That's the one with Rick Ross. Yeah.
I got a question. So, like, what you value in a rapper, right? Or like a fan, or whatever you want to call it. Like, okay. That would like say kind of your perspective on like what you scenes and things like that. Because there's so many like subgenres of hip hop.
Well, I mean, for me, it's easy. I'm raised in the '90s, so it's boom bap. That's it. That's where I'm at. What am I got in my car? I got Griselda right now. You know what I mean?
So like the best, like the hottest person to like somebody.
But I like to get on my as a DJ. I like to get on my groove shit. So I'll play the baby. I'll play some Drake or something. You know what I mean? I'll play play some Chris Brown. If I'm DJing at a club,
Drake is massive.
He's on another level, bro. He's on another level.
He's like Michael Jackson of hip hop right now.
People can hate on him all they want, but he kind of is. I mean, he is the bar. He's the bar. I mean, he's pretty much the bar.
No, you know what? I feel like that. He's not the bar, but he showed everyone that he can do the formula.
Yeah. Well, who do you value? Okay.
What do you value when you
Well, as Drake, as the marketing tool, I value him that. Like, he's making kabuku money.
So when you say like, what's the hottest shit? You asked me that shit, I was saying,
well, yeah.
Yeah. I value motherfuckers that
still locked down in the jungle, son. Hold up, keep the sword up, God.
I listen to hip hop.
Till the army gon' represent.
Yeah.
Analyze shit.
My favorite group is the Watershed right now.
Hey, those are my
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like because the blend of how they rap together and their choice of music worked. Yeah. Right? But I know some rappers that can rap their ass off that make shit, and they still ain't made, and I haven't made a record that blew motherfuckers out the water yet, right? Yeah. You needed to touch people. I think, and I always believed I was one of the best MCs on the planet. But making everyone believe it in a cipher might be easier than it would be with my records going up against the next person's record. Right. And that's not just with sales. That means putting the records side by side, letting the sonics and the work tell for itself. Right? And I think I make good songs. I would put my songs against a lot of people. I would, and I would feel confident going into it. I don't know what they would feel though. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Right. That's true. But the thing is, you're trying to be relatable in a way that you're putting out your experiences and your skill out there, right? That's what I value. You feel me? So I want to if you ask me an all around good person that's in hip hop that is popular.
Okay, well then that's kind of where I would break it down. Like what genre?
That's what I'm saying.
Because if you're talking about,
it's got to be more
pop hot artists right now. Of course, you're gonna say Drake and them. But on the underground level, I mean, there's a lot actually. There's a lot.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
There's a lot. I mean, the whole Griselda Camp, 38 Special, all them guys are hot. You know what I mean? Vado's another one. The new Locks that just dropped is hot. I mean, that's what I had this argument with my cousin because he was like, "Oh, there's no good hip hop no more." I'm like, "Nah, you just ain't looking."
Well, it's not.
You ain't looking.
That's why that's why when you said, "What is it at?" and I said, "I think it's better than it's ever been," and you said, "No, it's not." What I was talking about is there is really good hip hop, and there's really more access to them now.
Definitely.
Now.
I feel culture-wise.
Will we know they dropped it? Hold on. Will we know they dropped it? I think it's sad that we can all drop our records and instead of iTunes and all of them just having a page that shows everything that's new first, they want to only show what they want to show as new and then try to push their playlists or their this, right? So what happens is you got to know that he put it out. You got to know. Like, look, you know what was big about record stores and having your shit in the stores back in the day? Is that you would walk into a record store, and if your shit was new, it might be on the new rack, or it might be in the listening section. Yeah. And then someone would get turned on to you by paying a visit at a place where they could purchase your shit.
That shit is crazy,
That don't exist no more. So now what happens is, you gotta have enough views for the youngsters to give you credit. I'm sorry.
And there's not like amoebas in every fucking town and city and shit. And like that's when that happened, with my album at Amoeba, just to see that shit at Amoeba was fucking crazy because like I figured they would be like shut down with Tower Records, And so I going as a kid, going over there like looking for dope shit and like getting the crypto albums and shit like that, it was dope. But like it doesn't like happen that way because like that's like more of like a throwback vintage type of feeling of it,
Everything has its own.
Right.
I agree, but
well, I want our hip hoppers, especially our 80s and 90s cats that really want to hold on to the fundamentals of bar spitting and metaphors. Because really, when I think underground hip hop, right, for what we call the true hip hop heads, I think of metaphors and similes more than I think of the swag or the culture. Because the swag and the culture has always been what the street was pulling. And you know what? Dig up a picture of Melly Mel and them and tell me it don't look a little bit suspect like we call them. All right? Let's talk about what outfit Curtis Blow wore. All right? Let's dabble into the fact that Run DMC Lee's was real tight. Like a tiger.
Yeah. They
okay?
really were, man.
All right? We also represent what is around us, and I'm sorry to say, like, I'm a hip hop cat, and I believe I'm tapped in with my culture. But when I was 17, 18, 19, 140 ounce between me and 5 of my friends was cool. All right? Like everybody pitched in on a dub sack, and that was the whole fucking night.
That's real, yeah.
Now I smoke a whole eighth to myself.
Oh yeah.
Okay? Back in the day, I was just happy to hang out on the corner with the homies and the big homies. Nowadays, niggas standing on the corner for too long, I'm like, nigga, if we not doing nothing, I gotta go to sleep, bro.
Right, I got better things to do.
I got shit to do. All right? So how am I truly, like, yes, I'm in tune with the street and with the hood, but how am I truly gonna be able to say that I'm truly in tune when, nigga, I remember when On Fleek came floating through the lingo and I was like, what the fuck is that? On Fleek, nigga, I thought On Fleek sounded like some eyelashes. Like when I heard Fleek,
me too.
I thought feminine. Yeah. I didn't even know what to think.
That's real.
All right, but it grew on me. I learned. Hey, you know what? I remember Bootsy being whack. Okay? Bootsy. Like, no, we didn't say Bootsy, but it sounded like that. It was Bootsy. So when Little Bootsy came out, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't understand. But you know what? In the South, they never heard that. They never felt that way. That word didn't associate with what we associated it with. You dig what I'm saying? So Bootsy was an instant star in they hood. We graduated to him because we was like, you know what? We can get over the word now. He been dope.
Right. Yeah. The Bay has been
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Copied and facsimile shit all over the fucking place.
Look,
man.
hip hop for me is as raw as a freestyle about what's happening in your life. Hip hop to me is the culture being expressed in your music.
Yeah.
And MCing to me is being able to master that communication.
Yeah.
All right? So not everyone who makes rap music can master communication.
Exactly.
That's why writers exist for entertainers.
Guys who can rap, and I mean good rap, they can go bar for bar, but they couldn't control the crowd to save their life.
Right.
Look, but you know what? You know what?
You
know what?
A cheap
they
hook
could.
within 5 minutes.
They could if they were shown the way. If they can spit those bars, look. If they can,
a lot of shows with guys guys.
So let me tell you something.
If they can spit,
they're good songs, but they just don't have that.
Yeah.
Some people are not made to do live, I guess.
Look, they can be
part of being an MC though, bro.
Look, they can be taught. All right, they can be taught. You know how I know?
Time to teach Mike. I got too many people on my team. I gotta go.
They can be taught.
I can't do it, man.
They can be taught. Look, they can be taught to look. They can be taught to lift. And somebody special might hear this. He gonna know what I'm talking about. They can be taught to lift their head up. All right, and let even if not looking into the crowd, they can be taught. They can be taught to magnify, keeping their back to the back of the wall and their face in front of the stage. All right, then they can be taught to care about the song that they're delivering.
Yeah.
And they can be taught to be decent. So when someone is really, really crap, it's either they're scared and unsure.
They're not built for it.
They haven't been taught. No, because look, you can be taught to entertain, man. I'm sorry to say, you can be taught. You can't be taught the talent it takes to do it naturally.
But you also can't teach the love that you would have for it to keep going and shit like that, and like take the L's as lessons.
Look. There's a bunch of instantaneous artists.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that have been. Look. Matter of fact, they call most of the industry of actors and entertainers are what they call people that have been trained to mimic and do what has already successfully been done.
Right.
So you can teach them to do what's been successfully done if you put forth the effort to teach them and they really want to do that. But in order to be special, you have something naturally that they're going to want to teach someone.
Right. And kind of keep the lineage.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When someone can be awkward moving, all right? Awkward moving.
Mm-hmm.
But make people love that awkward movement, that is a talent.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you had a motherfucker doing some awkward dance that didn't bubble. Okay?
Definitely.
All right? When you have someone that can come with a nerdish style and successfully win the masses. When there was a nerd who could rap his ass off, who couldn't win the masses. Think about this. Hear this out. There's a talent there. But you can teach that nerd who couldn't win the people out to rap like Drake so that he can win the people. Okay?
Right.
All right? You can teach him. So that artist that you know that wrote that dope ass song, and then he got on stage and he sunk because he didn't have enough confidence to lift his head up and deliver.
Right.
He needed more stage time.
Yeah.
He needed somebody on his helmet saying, "Look, you can't imagine being on stage. You have to rap it out loud and be on stage, homie."
Right.
Dropping knowledge.
See, this is what I'm saying with the steps though, paying the dues and that's how you learn that type of shit. In my opinion, and it has an effect on them.
People don't pay dues.
They skip
they
steps.
Pay to get on.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Okay.
And that's the problem with shit.
That was good. Definitely. Let them know where to find you, Mike. Let them know.
Look, you can find me at Mic.T Michael Wall Street at Twitter, at Mic.T Michael Wall Street on YouTube, and for the people that need to know how it's spelled, because even if you take away the dot, you're gonna find it. It's MIC.T Michael Wall Street, all one word. Don't separate shit. Don't put a space. MIC.T MICHAELWALLSTREET. That's right. I run the wall in the street.
Yes, let them know, Cyph. Find you.
Cyph4.com, also a collective for us.com. Catch me on Instagram at CY4ONE5, and round the way. Hopefully at some Mason Table shows. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we got it. Go ahead, Kelda, let them know. Come on, Diva.
What's up, y'all? Keldamuzic, aka Diva, here in the Bay Area. I'm ready for more news, more content, more conversations, more relationships, more building, more networking. Let's do it.
Hey, can I say one more thing though? I gotta give a shout out before we go.
Go ahead, Mike.
my boy True Justice just dropped To All It May Concern, the mixtape.
Yeah,
I have a single on there called What You Talking About, and also a video that you can check out on YouTube. And you can also go and check out Had to Kill Shit. And once again, if you go ahead and subscribe to the Mic.T Michael Wall Street YouTube channel, on the day that the PlayStation 5 comes out, we're going to go and pick a lucky follower, whether we get to 1,000 or not. Hear this out, whether we get to 1,000 or not. And we're going to reward you with that $600 and some odd goddamn device that I'm going to want to come over and visit and play.
That's hella dope.
Hey, you guys heard it right here on the Roundtable every Friday night at 8 p.m. on YouTube. Go subscribe to Cut It Up Music. Hit that button. Hey, good looking, Mike. Thanks for coming, man.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Cyph. Thank you,
Keldamuzic, Diva.
We'll see you again soon, I'm
Yes.
sure. Definitely.
Go vote.
Hey, thank you, guys. You heard it. Do it.
Word. That was dope, man. That shit was